family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Seventh seed, we keep missing the playoffs. Back here on ESPN Radio, talking about Matt LaFleur in Green Bay, and yeah, the Packers have made the seventh seed and have made the use of it to make the playoffs, and then haven't done with anything from it. But they're in the mix. They're division title worthy. They're a better team than most in the NFL, and LaFleur. I would just counsel Packers fans to, be careful what you wish for if you want him gone. If they lose to the Bears here, it will be a bitter pill to swallow. The guy's really good. If you let him go, if the son of Carmen decides to not re-sign him, and I think they will, he will be the next head coach of fill in the blank of one of the 6 teams. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. The Giants would be ecstatic if Matt LaFleur popped free. Are you kidding me? And at the end of the day, of all of his amazing qualities that I think he possesses, the one that I love the most is he loves water. He loves water.
Just telegraph.
His first round selection is always hydration. And that's important. You don't want to be cramping up. That's the one thing that's not going to happen in Soldier Field on Saturday night.
It's going to be cold.
It doesn't matter. You can still cramp in the cold.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Please.
They get blown out by Chicago.
Great. Then that would be the best thing for the Giants or any of the 6 teams looking for a head coach. Awesome. And then I guess the Packers would hire the defensive coordinator and Jeff Hafley that's sitting there because he's going to get some run other places, I imagine.
Yeah.
As you know, I care deeply about pediatric cancer research and awareness. That's why I'm always proud to talk about Hyundai Hope on Wheels. For over 27 years, every Hyundai sold has helped fund life-saving pediatric cancer research. Together with over 850 dealers nationwide, they've raised more than $277 million supporting over 25,000 kids in their fight against cancer. HyundaiUSA.com is a website I'm asking you to go to, and please search up Hyundai Hope on Wheels to learn more, because that Hyundai Hope isn't optional, it comes standard. So we've had 2 from Utah, right? A Holly and a Molly.
Yep.
Now here's a Mo from Ohio.
Oh.
Lima, Ohio. Mo, what's up? You there, Mo?
What's going on, my man Rich? How you doing today?
How are you today?
Hey, Mo.
Good, sir. Good, sir. Hey, I'm a proud Wolverine fan living in Ohio.
Bless you, sir.
I happen to be a high school teammate of Desmond Howard and Elvis Gerback.
Well, that makes you awesome adjacent, Mo.
That's all good. That's all good. Yes, sir. I just want to commend the interview.
Thank you.
Of Coach Witt, because me watching his press conference, I was a little disturbed. And
why?
My fellow Wolverine buddy here in town was trying to calm me down off the ledge, but I couldn't get over the fact of he's got to understand the Ohio situation here. There's no buddy here. And so I'm glad. I was thrilled to hear you bring up the point and kind of
Urban who?
Dig in a little bit.
Hey, who's Urban? I don't know him. I know rural more than urban.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Stupid. That is stupid. You're not wrong. But I'm so happy I'm saying stupid things.
You're suburban.
You know what I mean?
You're in that phase.
Yes.
Lovey-dovey.
There's a honeymoon going on right here. By the way, be quiet. I'm talking to Mo.
Sorry, Mo.
You don't mind? You tell everybody there in Ohio, there's a horseshoe visit coming from Urban's old friend. And I can't wait for it. Thanks for the call, Mo. You hang in there. Call back again, please. Will you, please? There you go. That's Mo in Ohio. I have just received word about tomorrow's program. Kurt Warner's already on it. Sean William Scott is on it. Nice. Jesse Palmer and all his hair to talk about hair.
Amazing.
Which is, infuriating, but I like Jesse so much, I said, okay. He's on Wednesday's show. We have a fourth guest just added. And I don't usually start shows with guests, but this is when the guest is available, and I said, okay. His name's Mike Tomlin.
Stay by your phone, man. I may need you.
Coach T.
Whoa.
He's just been added. We start Wednesday's show with Mike Tomlin.
How about that?
Save your time.
We got Bill Cowher today.
Right.
We might have a seance and have Chuck Noll on Thursday.
I got to make some calls to the 412. Let people know.
Yes. Let the people know, sir. Let the people know.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing. Bang!
Sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
Brian Bailey, WNCT Channel 9, host of the Brian Bailey Show. What do you think this decision is primarily for the reason he's leaving?
My opinion is that he was apparently offered more money, and I think that it's a money situation.
Yeah.
And I hate it because I think Caton, if he sticks around another year, he goes down. If he has a good year next year, and he goes down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in Pirate history. But now he goes out with a bitter taste. A lot of fans have a bitter taste in their mouth.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Straight out of Kinston, Chili Water by Carolina Ice Company just iced the competition. Officially ranked the #1 American-sourced water on the H2O Score app and #2 in global purity, beating out 99.9% of those overpriced premium glass bottles. Purified or sparkling, both built to dominate your cooler. Find participating locations and order online at chiliwater.com or find us on Amazon. Tap into something better. Zero sugar, zero plastic, zero regrets. Stay chilly.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bugged
Are
up.
you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Ellis a three! No good! Oh, oh my God!
Good, yeah.
Well, he threw an elbow. He deserves it.
Has one, has a chance! That's good! Are you kidding me?
I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
Just sends it back into the area for Swiderski. One touch. He scores! To the funhouse. Another one for Swiderski!
All right, foul. Foul. We're in overtime. That is unreal. That's why you foul in that situation.
That one falls off the mark. Here comes D'Angelo. He pulls up his three-pointer. Oh, no! Oh, no! And Andre, that's game! Shout out Coach Ivory. In a slang. What is you saying?
For the win. For the win.
No chance in hell.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday. I got it off. What are you talking about? That's not my mic. That's crazy. My bad, Wes. Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are live on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, 9:30, 12:50 a.m., 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington, PR927FM.com, and you can catch us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Thanks for tuning in on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Weather's cleared out. It's cleared up, sunny. It's nice, about 65 degrees. Appreciate you tuning in on this Tuesday. We got Wes producing. Sorry about that, Wes. That was my fault.
Hey, no problem. It's just another one of those things. That's all you got to say.
Yep. All right. We got Wes. We got Jackson here on video. We got Ellerby to my left.
What's up, J-Bone?
Oh, nothing much. Just struggling out the gate.
You're all right. Slow down.
It'll get better. And we got Mully here. Hey, Mully, how's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you? That was we might need to reset. Sometimes in practice, we'll go, all right, everybody go back and let's come back to the middle. We'll get this thing off on the right foot.
We were just talking golf before we went on the air, Mully. Do you feel like this is like a mulligan situation?
Well, maybe. Well, it was definitely a shank. I mean, there was some challenges in there.
But, I mean, he looked good in the warm-ups. We were having a good small talk, and then, he completely...
Yeah, we know it was a shank. It was a hard 90. Well, I think maybe it was the length of that intro sucked you into a little bit of a lull there with all the exciting calls and all, and maybe you were a little entranced. But anyway, here we are.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. How was the holidays, Mully?
Oh, good. I mean, everything was good. I'm just kind of glad to have them in the rear view, and it's always fun. I enjoy the build up and the anticipation of them coming, but I also equally enjoy watching them go. It's and we'll be excited. Now, obviously, my whole life this is this has signified the beginning of baseball season as soon as New Year's is behind us. And so here we are. We're like, 38, 39 days out from opening day around college baseball. So a lot of exciting time. Obviously, a lot of great football and basketball kind of picking up. And but all was good.
Yeah, February 13th, opening weekend. Who do they have?
Xavier.
Yeah. A lot of new matchups, not ones I've seen. Xavier, Penn.
Kind of an interesting schedule. Yeah, we'll get a chance to see some teams we haven't historically seen, and it's kind of a different schedule from the standpoint of last year. You looked out there, and the big non-conference series that everybody was excited about was Coastal Carolina coming to town, and this year the Pirates returned the favor. So, it's a very interesting schedule. I think the conference schedule, maybe the home games are a little more. A little better, maybe a little more intriguing than what we saw last year. But nonetheless, and we say all that, who knows what anybody's going to have on the field because, again, the dominating story of the times right now is the portal and NIL and all that is. And settle down for those spring sports, but obviously football, football primarily is in the thick of it.
Yeah, and we'll talk more baseball as the show continues. Some preseason accolades coming out recently, but we'll hit on the Military Bowl. What'd you think of the Pirates' victory? 2 touchdown underdogs, and a lot of people sitting out.
Yeah, no, a lot of people sitting out. That's a caveat to every bowl game right now. But I thought they played great, man. I thought it was a huge testament to Blake Harrell, to be honest with you. I thought you could see the coaching, and maybe that's just through the lens that I look through. But certainly the team was there to play, man. And again, a lot of those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they were a lot of them dressing for the last time, right? Yeah. So why not be motivated to go out and play? And I thought Ditta did what he needed to do. Got much better the second half. Kind of settled into the flow of college football, and we got to see some guys that maybe, especially with him, maybe gives you some hope for the future. And I think maybe that debut also, depending on how the staff, what their takeaway was, but probably reduced a little bit of the urgency on having to go out and just grab a portal quarterback. Maybe you could be a little bit more selective, knowing that, kind of your, I hate to put it this way, but your worst case scenario is a young freshman that shows some promise and a little Johnny Manziel-like, with him back there. So, but I mean, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the way they went about it. And again, I think, timing in life is everything, and I think Blake Harrell was the right person at the right time for this program and has proven to be, a big deal. Now, he's got to go out and recruit a whole new club, right? I mean, they're basically starting from scratch with what they're going to put out there next year. And to kind of segue that into basketball a little bit, it's kind of what obviously what Coach Schwartz has had to do. And the product that's been on the court this year for basketball, everybody agrees has been kind of hard to watch. But, look back 1 year ago, the basketball program was at a position where you're like, okay, we're making a turn, and even some argument about possibly, NIT kind of team. So it is what it is. It can be hit and miss, and it's just an injury too away from being catastrophic in all sports. And so we'll see. I think it's Coach Harrell's had a tough time. I don't know if he's had a chance to even enjoy the victory yet because it has been full speed ahead on coaches and players and all of the above.
Yeah, my understanding, Coach Harrell has only had time to really celebrate and soak it all in from the bus ride home from Annapolis back to Greenville. But I think the one thing when you talk about Coach Harrell is like, he's just got to recruit and do it all over again. Well, that's who Coach Harrell is. Coach Harrell took over a team for Mike Houston. Now, granted, he was already in the building and on the staff, but basically he had to recruit the team to all be behind him. And then this year, do it again, recruit that, kind of re-get going again. Now, he did have the quarterback and so a lot of the pieces in place. And then, but I think the one thing that I think it really attributes to what has shown what Blake Harrell's done, over the last couple of years is that he's just a good person that people believe in and want to play hard for. Because I think that's what you saw up in Annapolis is it wasn't just a bowl team that went up there just for themselves or just to do whatever. I think when they look at Blake Harrell and Blake Harrell talks, I think, man, this is a guy that believes in us and we believe in him and we're going to play hard.
I think Marlon Gunn and I talked about that, and we'll air that video later. I also talked about Brian Bailey, just that stretch of Marlon Gunn's touchdown getting called back, a defensive touchdown immediately, and then 2 plays later, Anthony Smith scores. just that team not hanging their head after those 2 bad plays with the touchdown being called back in the defensive score, that shows just the great coaching of that game.
Well, and resilient mentality. And again, a lot of that stuff, you try to put those culture pieces in place, and your team ultimately has to take it and run with it, right? Like you can be the greatest motivator in the world and you can provide all the right thoughts, but if it doesn't become a way of life, then you're just talking. So I think that, it goes a lot of different directions, but obviously Coach did a great job. I think the biggest challenge this year, man, as you go forward and you're trying to, again, replace both sides of the ball, all 3 sides of the ball, is you don't have that cornerstone piece like last year when you're bringing guys in and you go, hey, we've got our quarterback. They had some pieces to build around. That, if you're a quarterback and you're coming in to visit and the coach says, well, we're actively pursuing, well, I mean, we can't tell you kind of who we know one guy now or maybe a couple guys that'll be, receivers, but the offensive line, I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, and by all accounts and listening to people that know a whole lot more about the recruiting of college football players than I do, that's the challenge, right? There are a ton of skill guys, a ton of guys that can go catch the football, a ton of guys that can run the ball. The challenge is getting those true frontline linemen on both sides of the ball is where the challenge lies. And so, you see the 2 guys that left here, and both will probably be well compensated in their new roles with new programs. And I hate that one of them will be at NC State. That was kind of a shot over the bow, but nonetheless, I mean I think that's where the challenge lies, in the sale of you bring a quarterback in, even if he really likes everything he sees, but there's such a huge question mark as to, who's going to protect him. I think that's where the problem's going to lie, is that can you make those 2 things kind of line up and mesh to be an answer and not a continual question. So, but again, you got to feel like, or at least we feel like right now in Pirate Nation, like there's nobody we would rather have leading that charge than Blake Harrell. It's just going to be, I would cautionarily say, let's remember how we feel about it this year, this time next year, because this thing could go any number of directions.
It was funny, the number of people that were like, lifetime contract. I was like, look, we all love Blake Harrell. We all like saying lifetime contract and college athletics in the same sentence is like the most ridiculous thing you can say right now. And I think until they fix the portal where you have to sit out a year if you transfer or whatever. Like our offensive line situations, it's going to be the same every year. Because anybody with size and is going to get picked off for more.
Yeah, anybody that's remotely marketable.
Yeah, is going to get picked off for more money. So it's just the only other thing you can really say. I mean, now the Pirates have the non-conference game at Alabama, which is really going to reload bigger and better. But I mean, all the other teams in the America are in the same ocean too of doing the same thing East Carolina's doing. So it gives us a good chance to
conference, at least
in conference games, which is where you want to get the bulk of your wins anyway. And obviously, I think App State and a couple other teams are winnable on the non-conference slate.
Central.
And other than the tall task of Labor Day weekend, so there's a lot of fodder and a lot of great things to look forward to for 2026.
And I mean, we've seen great seasons into great fall offs. I mean, just a few years ago, Tulane would Willie Fritz. They won 10 games. Next year they won 2, and that was before the portal was even so prevalent.
ECU won the Birmingham Bowl, and went 2-10.
Yeah, and that was before like the portal. It was just seniors. Like that was what was killing.
Yeah, I don't think any of the 3 of us are sitting here suggesting that that's gonna happen, but it's something to be aware of. And again, if they go out, and I would assume that the thought would be bringing in 2 quarterbacks to have a competition along with Dida and see kind of who shakes out. But we've seen that before, right? Where you've got 2 guys that you think you got, Garcia looked like he was going to be the guy, right? Then all of a sudden Hauser steps up and kind of surpasses him, and that was a circus there for a while. It was a lot of questions. So this thing can go a lot of different directions. It's kind of interesting to me, Elby, to your point. Like, okay, in the conference, we should be fine theoretically. I mean, again, we don't even know who's going to be on the field, but we're optimistic. But you know what? As it relates to the playoff, the whole argument about the guys getting into the playoff, the P5s or whatever. It kind of further and further drives that away from maybe what should. In other words, all the good players in the P5 are going to end up in the P4. right? So now all the P5's reloading with guys that's going to be a continuous cycle that you're never going to catch those guys to even be competitive in the head-to-head matchup.
The only model, I mean, the way the model works in college athletics right now is you really need a billionaire to fund your college athletic program, and then you need the right people evaluating talent and putting the pieces of the puzzle together for the coaches and whoever does all that, because it seems to be working at Texas Tech. I mean, they've seen on all sports. They seem to be they're not winning national championships.
But it said that was going to be my point. What is work? Like, I could spend $25 million to put a good football product on the field, but still not good enough to win the national championship. Is that because of that double T? If that was the Longhorn on the side of the helmet, does that change? I mean, look
at Ohio State. How much did they spend this year?
Well, but we're 1 year removed from national championship with them. Texas Tech has spent a tremendous amount of money, $5 million on this new quarterback. Okay, $5 million. What are the, if you give a quarterback $5 million, the only success is a national championship. There's nothing else that's like, well, you know what, we played in the championship game. That, I guess, is close enough for some. But if I'm the dude that wrote the check for the $5 million and we don't win the Natty, and I should be on the plane and maybe on the sideline and in the locker room, I think it's a failure.
Well, it gets back to my original point, back to the P4, P5 thing, is really what it's going to take is a billionaire at a school like East Carolina or Boise or Tulane or whatever to keep the players and build a roster that can run, go 11-1 or 12-0, and then that could make noise in a playoff.
So if you go back to the days of traditional recruiting at the time that I was doing it, it was kind of a known entity that and I'll just use this example, if Carolina recruited a kid and offered him, you could still do this in baseball, would offer him books, okay? East Carolina would have to offer that kid 50%.
Yeah.
So to my point, like, is Texas still going to get a kid that Texas Tech wanted for less money because Texas Tech still isn't a sexy brand? Now, the one that's the wild card, or the how in the world are they doing it, I can't wait for Signetti's book, is how did Indiana, and are there players that, like, is Mendoza that good of a player, or is it truly the system, the attention to detail, all the things you hear Signetti talk about? It's the new Nick Saban.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Mendoza, it's not like he was a Brendan Sorsby going to Texas Tech.
No.
He kind of struggled at Cal, and everybody's like, okay, you want Fernando Mendoza at Indiana? You can have it.
Right.
So maybe it's just finding that diamond in the rough, not so highly sought after.
And the thing is, in today's world, again, and I know more on the baseball side, there's a whole lot less rough and a whole lot less diamonds. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It is, there are cameras everywhere. There's so much exposure everywhere. It's hard to believe, but you're looking at Chambliss, same thing, a zero-star guy, D2 path. He's still alive, still playing. And Mendoza out of nowhere gets in there, develops. The quarterback from North Texas has gone to Oklahoma State now. He didn't even start at his high school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these stories are out there. It's just amazing that the development still happens, but the tough part is you're North Texas, you develop that guy, of course, a guy left or whatever, a lot of moving parts, but you develop him, you invested in him, you trusted him as a university and as a coaching staff, and now you get him to where he's a product, and he's gone.
Coming from a coach's perspective, because I think we have a backup Big 12 quarterback coming to visit, would you rather have somebody taking a step down or somebody like from Western Carolina?
No, the guy from Western Carolina, I think, is would be a great fitter if we could steal a guy from even like an ODU or, so I think I'm looking for that guy that's privileged to be here. If not, we're probably right back in the situation a year or two from now that we're in right now, where you had a guy from Michigan State, he comes in, he proves that he can play quarterback at some level at the Division I football level, and now he wants to go back out and try the market. I think that guy coming from a Western is like, this is the amenities, everything he gets here, the atmosphere, it's going to feel to him as though he has arrived, right? It's the difference in where you're from, and kind of, I mean, coming from Michigan State to East Carolina, let's face it, from a stuff standpoint, from what they get, from the locker room, from all those things, it's step down. It's step down, but in answer to your question, I would far rather have that dude that's kind of underachiever, like chip on his shoulder, a Diego Pavia kind of guy.
Yeah.
Give me that kind of guy that'll come in here and fight, as opposed to a dude who's just here to prove himself for his next opportunity. And I feel like that's where we were with Hauser the whole time.
And there's really no perfect formula because
find the right guy.
I mean, you had Garcia that had been at Miami, and he had moved around and he ended up winning the job. And then Hauser ended up coming in and kind of proving himself for the the last year and a half. But and then you see this. The Indiana quarterback wins the Heisman is like wasn't this like fantastic dude coming out of Cal. So I think Cignetti, if they run the table, he's busted the theory on all these rebuilds. If you're a big school with big money, then you think of the pressure that's on Lane Kiffin now to do what he has to do at LSU. You're talking about if you don't win the national championship, it's like burn the place down. That's exactly where it is at LSU at this point. And
let's also not be confused that Indiana didn't go spend money.
Oh yeah, they definitely spent money.
They had to. They're the Big Ten. They have plenty of money to spend.
Indiana and Heisman Trophy and competing in the college football playoff for national championships is not anything we've ever talked about in our lifetime.
No, it was totally unexpected, and I didn't believe it. And they still, if this past weekend, if the helmets were reversed, you would feel like that's how that should look. Yeah. Not Indiana, Alabama to Alabama, right? They did to Alabama what Alabama's done to tons of people over the last decade. So it's still like, even though you've seen it, and Indiana is fun to watch play. They really are. But you're still like, seriously, are they that good? It's just hard to believe because it's Indiana. The first person I think of when you say Indiana's Bob Knight.
Yeah.
And that's, but past Bob Knight until Curt Cignetti, there was a huge vacuum there of a lot of nothing. I can't even think of a prominent basketball dude. I can't think of a guy or a player, an athlete, anybody that came out of Indiana since Bob Knight that made a difference. And then you have Curt Cignetti. And like Mendoza to me, you know who Mendoza is to me is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He acts like him. He carries himself like him. He's kind of equally talented or not talented. The whole weird dude, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And it's so, but Kirk Cousins was that guy, never got a chance. But all of a sudden in the NFL, he gets a little bit of run with the Redskins back then. We can actually say that. And then, made his career. So I think it's going to be interesting. Everybody, or now, I guess your Raiders are yelling for Mendoza. That'll be crazy interesting to see how that works, especially, without a coach, right, all these things. If that ends up being the case, I just can't feel like that dude's a great NFL quarterback, but I don't, and I cannot quantify why. Maybe if he had a Notre Dame helmet on, I'd feel different.
Yeah, and Jamie says he was committed to Yale at first. Smart kid. So
yeah, well, and and being smart is a big part of playing quarterback. And as the levels increase and the level of difficulty increases, that becomes a even bigger deal.
Yep, great conversation. We'll have more with Mully on the other side. Talk a little baseball. Talk the transfers leaving East Carolina. And it's been it got better. It got better from the intro on. But we'll be back with much more on the other side of this break.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting Pirates.
There's no better gift than the gift of confidence. At Beauty Bar Medi Spa, we'll help you glow all season long. From Botox, dermal fillers, to facials and advanced laser treatments, our expert team delivers results that make you feel radiant, refreshed, and holiday party ready. And the best part, your journey begins with a free consultation, personalized just for you. Don't wait. Call Beauty Bar Medi Spa today or book online. Beauty Bar Medi Spa, because glowing skin is always in season. Go Pirates!
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the Lifetime powertrain warranty. Brown & Wood's award-winning service department is open Monday through Friday. And don't forget, we have free pickup and drop-off. Every customer, when you come in for service, heavy repair, maintenance, it doesn't matter. You get a free car wash, dry, and vacuum. We've also got Tom Brown's favorite tagline, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville, where the drinks are cold, the food is fire, and the fun never stops. Check us out every night at 7 for our special events. Tuesday night is Singo, Wednesday Hollywood Trivia, Thursday's Kahoot Night, and Fridays is Tunes and Taps starting at 7 p.m. Don't miss Yappy Hour, Thursday through Saturday, 4 to 7, where we serve up half-price apps from the toolbox. Make sure to check out our new menu, featuring the taco wrap, North Carolina Cowboy flatbread, and buffalo loaded chips. Check out our Facebook page for more information. Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, where good times are always on tap.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with Easy-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Bring home the gift of comfort this holiday season with a little help from Bostic Sugg Furniture. We have what you need to add sparkle and style to every room. Right now, get $100 in MasterCard rewards cards for every $1,000 you spend. Or take an extra 10% off on beautiful furniture to enjoy this holiday season. Give yourself the gift of better sleep on a new mattress with up to 48 months special financing. Don't miss the holiday home comfort and gifting event on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
To Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Looking for a great meal in the heart of downtown Greenville? Then come on down to 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, a fresh seafood basket, or a tasty sandwich or wrap, they've got something for everyone. Grab a bite with friends, relax on the patio, and enjoy the cozy, welcoming atmosphere. The next time you're in downtown Greenville, make it a point to visit 5th Street Hardware, where great food and great company resides. Now let's take it back in. Here's J-Bone.
Welcome back in. Beautiful Tuesday here. Coming up, we got Marlon Gunn, former East Carolina running back, talking about the Military Bowl, that touchdown that was called back. Also coming up, we got Brian Bailey at 4 o'clock. Great addition to the Brian Bailey Show today, right here on Pirate Radio with Anthony Smith. We got Jennings Hall as well, Jennings Hall of Fame, Jennings Hall of Shame in our new Blue Pirate Report. And Ellerby went one-on-one with Jay Glazer before the holiday break. We will run that interview to tell you about the Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon. Jay Glazer, #1 NFL insider, and of course, we got Bryce Williams, Pirate Radio Outdoors. We'll catch him up on everything that's happened. Bryce Williams not really tapped in. He probably doesn't even know that Bryce Young is in the playoffs. But we also have Ellerby and Mully right here in the studio.
And let's not forget about Pirate Radio Outdoors with Wes, who's rocking his Pirate Radio camo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, barely saw him.
Me and Clip were rocking it yesterday. Wes rocking it today.
Yeah, well, I think Wes is going to have a good Pirate Radio Outdoor report coming up in hour 3. So stick with us for that.
Hey, look, let me plug a show, too, on the station here. Brandon Golden's podcast that last night, Mike Schilt, who Charlotte guy, coached at West Charlotte. Anyway, look, man, Brandon's done. I talked to BG a little bit just via text last night. Told him, man, what a great job he's doing. But he's had a nice list of guests on there and has done a nice job with that. So go back and check it out. It's archived and out there in all kind of places. But if you're a baseball person, and I thought that very insightful last night. His conversation with Schilt.
Yeah, episode 5 with Mike Schilt. He's also had Clayton McCullough, Connor Norby, Chase Burns, Corey Mascara, the new Duke baseball coach. So yeah, check out the Brandon Golden Show on Pirate Radio TV. And since we're on the topic of baseball, we'll go ahead and mention some preseason accolades. Did you see these? Number 1 in the American preseason coaches poll, Ethan Norby, preseason pitcher of the year, and Braden Burris, Ethan Norby, and Austin Irby, preseason all conference. So I don't know. What are you feeling right now about this? I love this team. I said since we got back from Conway, this next team is going to be the one. And maybe people say that every year.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you feel that way because some of the guys grew up, and but that team that came back from Conway that got off that bus, there's some big parts that are no longer there, right?
Yeah.
But you feel like positionally. And the name that's missing to me there is Kobe Wallace. I mean, he's as good a defender as there is, maybe in the country at third base, and kind of a little bit streaky with the bat. But this club, I've had thousands of people ask, and I'm like, look, I love the roster. I'm just not sure about the team now. And the reason I say that is there are a lot of new parts that are very, very interesting. The shortstop Lashley, I think everybody's going to enjoy watching him play. There's just a number of guys, and I don't want to. I know I'll miss somebody if I started. It's awful early to kind of plow into that, but I like the team. I think from a pitching staff standpoint, it's going to be extremely interesting. And this is the oldest cliche in all of baseball, but it all depends on who stays healthy. And in their case, who can get healthy, obviously, with the two big arms that everybody's been waiting to see with Towers and Antolik that nobody's, none of Pirate Nation has seen them. So if one of those guys, much less both of those guys, get healthy, Norby stays healthy, the Weber kid, the big freshman, everybody's going to really enjoy watching him. He, quite frankly, may be the next of the first round lineage. And I know that's a lot of heat to put on a freshman, but he's special. This kid's really, really good. And it's an interesting crowd. I will tell you, they almost have two teams defensively. It's almost, hey, we could go pure offense. Like if we could put Braxton Tremble at second base and then load up the outfield and go super offensive, or they, in typical Cliff fashion, could get into the 6th or 7th, the late innings and go all defense. It's a very interesting mix of what they've recruited. But I will say, and I know I've heard Coach Guy would say this, from my years of following East Carolina baseball and maybe more closely in the last 3 to 4 years of my role, it's the most talented roster that I've seen them have. And I know the fall at times that was a little underachieving and they would have liked for it to have been better. But nonetheless, I think it might be, quite honestly, man, I think you might be 15, 18 games in to the season before you really have a feel of who this club's going to be. It may be further down.
But somebody I'm really excited to see, you brought up health. Before he got injured last year, Braxton Trammell, you've brought him up with fall ball.
Yeah.
Where do you think he fits in defensively? Because we saw him in a couple different spots last year.
I will tell you this. No slight to Braxton, and from what I saw this fall, he is an improved defender, but he was a freshman last year, so that improvement is expected. He's worked some at second. Again, I think it becomes the mentality of what do we want to do if we can, who's hitting, who are our best 9 guys swinging the bat, and then where can we put them in a lineup that they would at least be serviceable. It used to be like, in with the addition of Jake Gautreau on the offensive staff, the hitting guy, I think there's a little bit of the SEC mentality where you can play differential baseball, where you could say, okay, listen, you can make an error, but we need you to drive in 2 runs, right? You know, it's okay if we're a little slight defensively, if we can trade it for offensive production. Now, that obviously is a kind of a tightrope that you would walk. But Braxton Tremble's a guy that you could see at third, you could see in a corner outfield spot, you could see him at second base. Wouldn't surprise me in the least to see him work at first base some. I could tell you this fall, Irby got an awful lot of work at third base. Boucher's working had been working at first and different play, been on the mound. And I'm going to tell you, man, I commend Alex Boucher as much as anybody. I mean, he had the opportunity to leave. I'm not saying he was asked to leave, but kind of like, hey, man, you're not going to play short here. Yeah. And he basically said, this is where I want to be, and whatever I got to do to help the team, that's what I'm going to do. Well, watching him swing the bat towards the end of the fall, and I told him this, I said, man, it is an exponential difference. And it was really – it's a pro look at the plate. Now, will it translate? Will it sustain? I don't know. But I can tell you that he's done everything he could possibly do to put himself in a position to help the program. And I don't think you see him as an everyday guy unless he just gets red hot. So he's got light tower power. He was running balls out of the park, which we've seen that before. But it was more towards center field and not the dead hook balls that we had seen in the past. So, it's an interesting, again, I mean, it's all kind of summed up with Braden Burris, right? Like, where can't you put him? You know, if you can play him in center, which I think you'll see a lot of. You can obviously play him at either spot up the middle. He could go to either corner outfield spot if you had to. So I just think the versatility of the team is going to be probably the biggest trait that we see. But with that versatility becomes, okay, where does the chemistry work with guys in what position, and can we just be okay with whatever that assignment is for that day? You might not love to play left field, but we need you to play left field today. Will you go out there, do your job, and be productive where we need you to be productive, which is most likely at the plate if that's the scenario. So it'll be fun to watch. Again, I think the pitching staff's got a chance to be one of the best staffs with some depth that we've seen in a while. Again, the always, the asterisk is always if they could stay healthy.
Yeah, and very, very much looking forward to, like I said earlier, February 13th. Before we move on, let's check in with the Chili Water chat gang. Steve Hill was first in the chat. He said, hey-o.
Hey-o. Hey-o. Yeah, I took care of it for you.
Please, let's not boo the voice today. Jennings Hall booed Jeff Charles last time she was on the air. PJ says, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Derek says, sweet start, blame Wes for everything, even if it's not on him. Yeah, my bad on that one. Jamie says, hey now. Hey now. And Jackson's fans are back. Fried Chicken NFL says, oh yeah, we're so back for Jack. And Jamie with a lot of comments about Indiana. PJ says, hello. Just do the Corey Glore. Hello.
Hello.
There we go. We are the Chili Water chat gang. Help the bell. All right, NFL. You're a Packers fan.
I'm glad I'll be ready when it's over. Yeah. Or glad when it's over. Is that what I was trying to say?
Yeah, you're ready and glad.
Yeah, no, I it's so bad. I mean, they've started to create new adjectives to describe Jordan Love, and the problem is those adjectives work as well for Caleb Williams. So who knows what either quarterback will do? We've played the Bears like 3 out of the last 6 weeks. We should have beat them twice. I'm over the Packers. I'm over Jordan Love. I got no love for Love. I tried early in the year. I love Love.
Yeah.
First game of the year, he comes out, looks like a Hall of Famer, and that is the last true sustained glimpse of consistent greatness that we've seen out of that cat.
Aren't you glad you just kick back and enjoy the games instead of going through this misery?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Mullis is out of love. He's just
I'm done with him. He's so bad.
If you're out of love, are you out of love for the whole playoffs, or just are you intrigued by anybody else in the NFL right now?
I mean, obviously, the Patriots, are they as good as they look like they are? I mean,
beat one team with a winning record.
Well, that's why. I mean, what are they? I mean,
But they won 12 games.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Vrabel fan. I've liked him when he was at Tennessee. I liked him as a player. So they're interesting to me. But again, if the Packers want to go ahead, the only problem with the Packers losing to the flipping Bears in the playoffs is Troy Dreyfus is a Bears fan. So there's that. But other than that, if the Packers want to go ahead and ride off into the sunset, I can sit back and enjoy the rest of the way.
Yeah.
That's kind of because I know I said early on, and Clip gave me a rash about it. It's a one playoff game team. I mean, that's what they are.
Let me ask you this, Mully, because this just kind of ties into the college football and the NFL or whatever. And I didn't really realize that, all the quarterfinal teams were so bad, except Indiana's the only team that it's won that's been the favorite. But it bothers me that the college football playoff doesn't do home games until the national championship as the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the only neutral site game in the NFL playoffs. The NFL's probably got a pretty good model. I mean, I just couldn't imagine the Bears and the Packers this weekend playing playing at the Rose Bowl.
No, it's how it should be.
It just doesn't make any. I look at like Texas Tech. If they're hosting Oregon instead of playing in the Orange Bowl, and there's 60,000 Red Raider fans going nuts, I just wonder if that game has a different outcome. And if all the records are a little bit different. I think one of the cool things about watching in with the NFL playoffs and stuff, and all the professional sports, I mean, I've been to hockey playoff games in Raleigh and stuff, is the atmosphere or whatever. These hanging on to the bowl games and just, hey, look, make the Orange Bowl at Red Raider Stadium.
No, that would be the answer.
I mean, I think to me, as an NFL fan of just watching all the games or whatever, is to watch the atmosphere, the cold, or even if the game's indoors somewhere or whatever. It's the home field advantage until it gets to the Super Bowl that makes it special. And I think that's kind of another thing that, to me, that's the intrigue of the NFL playoffs, of why they're the king of all sports in North America, but also or in the United States, of why the college football playoff is still missing the boat on a lot of things.
And that's why the Seahawks and Broncos have a bye, and that's probably why they're going to go far. Because they have the home field. I mean, if they had to go to Atlanta to play their playoff game, the Broncos probably get beat.
Well, especially when you're talking about there's probably no greater home field advantage in any sport than there is in football in Denver.
Yeah,
you got to be. That's a whole different level of conditioning and acclimation to go up there and play. So, yeah, I mean, to your point, I think it's a good one. I do. I would love to see the college football stuff go deeper with playing at home, just going to the higher seed. But, quite frankly, that's probably the least of the problems. Yeah. So that was way downstream of ever being addressed.
But it's still another one of those things that the college athletics is hanging on to these old traditions that are outdated. They're like VCRs. It's like these bowl games and even playing these neutral site playoff games is like this archaic. It's like
the same thing could be said for, why would the AAC basketball tournament be anywhere other than go to the highest seat, go to whoever wins the conference, play it there.
Same thing with baseball and basketball.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, but go play it there. Well, they got an advantage. Well, they got an advantage anyway. They won the league, right? So they earned the right to have that advantage.
Same thing with Texas. That's what I'm saying. Texas, all these teams that went on the road and lost, or went on a neutral site and lost, they played for something that they didn't really get the advantage of playing for in a way. It's the way it's kind of played out.
Yeah. Hate to break it up, but we got to take a break. We got Marlon Gunn on the other side. Mully, thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate you. Seems like every time I have to host, I struggle through the first hour with you. So
I don't know if that's an indictment on me. Or,
no, I want your segments to be so great that I put so much weight on myself.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Mully.
All right, man.
All right. We'll be back on the other side of this break with Marlon Gunn. Stay tuned for my conversation with him.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. On behalf of our staff and membership, we would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We hope you enjoy this special time with loved ones. At First Flight, we put our members, communities, families, and teams first, with a mission to take better care. This new year, please stop by and see us at our branches in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible to join First Flight just by being a resident of our community. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates!
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
Doug Henry of Greenville would like to wish you a happy holidays. Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Happy holidays and Happy New Year from everyone at Doug Henry.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey, bro. Weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Lane Hoover, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Are you thinking about starting a new career or just a career? Worried that you can't afford to pay for short-term training at Pitt Community College? Well, there may be a solution. Through the generosity of the City of Greenville, Pitt Community College has scholarships available to many of its short-term training programs. Call 252-459-7576 to learn more about the opportunity. Now, let's take it back in. Here's J-Bone.
All right. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Wes. Let us quickly get out to my interview with Marlon Gunn, the former ECU running back, talking about the Military Bowl and his long touchdown run that was taken back. Here is that.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, now former running back Marlon Gunn. Marlon, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Just taking it day by day. That's about it.
Yes, sir. It's been a long season. You've been here for 4 years, long season. You cap it off with 9 wins. This fan base, this program hasn't seen 9 wins in a long time. So how special was it for you to be a part of that team to deliver that for Pirate Nation?
Just being able to go out like, senior year, like, strong, and Coach Harold helped on it all, season, like, this team got some, could do something real special. So it's like being able to go get those 9 wins, you come back later on, for homecomings or later on down the line, it's like, dang, like, we was a part of the team that got, back-to-back military bowls or just back-to-back bowl wins and, a 9 season, a 9-win season. So, it's pretty special.
I know you've probably been asked this a lot, and you're probably sick and tired of hearing about the inadvertent whistle, the touchdown being taken back, so we'll get it out of the way early. What was going through your head as you're breaking off that run, and then afterwards when you find out it's not going to count, what was going through your head?
I really didn't even realize that they hadn't called it back until after all the celebration I hadn't did. I'm all the way halfway down the sideline. I'm like, hold on, why like kickoff ain't about to go out there? Like I just scored that. And then Ty Johnson, he come telling me, he like, hey, that ain't count. And that's what my face went like, what? Like, ain't no way I just did that ain't count. So it's just, it's just a lot of emotions going through my head, and it's like at a moment like that, you can't lose, you know what I'm saying? You can't lose your composure. It's like because then that takes you out of your game completely, and you just, you know what I'm saying? You just not locked in no more. So just being able to keep my composure, which I've learned over the years, like every action doesn't need a reaction. So I'm like, we just go out there and just finish the game, man. The fumble happens, and then, like I say, 2 plays later, Ant go score. So I'm like, hey, let's go celebrate with him. Like, you can't just be down about it. Hey, let's go be happy. Because at the end of the day, something special could come out this game, which it ended up happening. So I was happy regardless.
Yeah, I was talking to Brian Bailey earlier today, and we just talked about how that stretch really just shows how well coached this team was. Because after that touchdown gets taken back, a lot of teams probably just hang their head, and then the fumble for the touchdown happens, and this team never hung their head. They just moved on to the next play, and then you see what Ant did. Can you just speak on the coaching in that game and the coaching leading up to the Military Bowl from Blake Carroll and the whole staff?
Just he just really harped on like everything is about us, like with all the stuff that was going on, people leaving and different stuff like that. It's really nothing that's out of our control. So it's like we just had to play with what we had, and being that the coach Harold always just told us like stick together, keep a tight fist. So we stuck together, and that's what happened. The culture we got, the brotherhood we got, could take us a long way, which it ended up happening like that.
And I know you guys in the locker room, you're gonna block out the outside noise, but it's sometimes bound to creep in. And I mean, going into that game, you're 2 touchdown underdog. Everybody's counting you out because you lose Caton, London, Javonte, Yannick. The 2 coordinators. Did that kind of put a chip on your shoulder going into that game?
Yeah. That just made us want it more because that's pretty much when you come into this game, adversity is automatic. Like you always gonna end up facing. That's just life. Period. You always gonna end up facing some type of adversity, no matter if it's in the workforce, sports, school, anything. You always gonna come across some type of adversity. So just being able to overcome that and go out there and do what we did is pretty big.
You really had to step up this year. Rajay's no longer here and become that leader. How much did Rajay instill in you of being that leader, especially when all those guys leave? You're a senior. You got to be the vocal voice in the locker room, having everybody stick together. So how much did Rajay really instill in you about being a leader?
I would say, like, being that I came in with Ryan and Keaton, not came in with it, but, like, they were here when I came in. So it's like they took me under their wings, like, pretty, like, some schools you might go to, it's like, oh, we don't want him to play, so we got to do X, Y, Z. Nah, it wasn't like that. They was, like, pushing me to be like, hey, man, go out there. This what you need to do. This what it's going to be like, and just, and Rod, like, being that I, spent the most time with him, it's just like he called me every day senior season. Like he like, man, look, this what it was. Like just basically giving me different points on like, stuff that I may have did in the previous game or what I could have did better to, just make that person miss or something like that. Like, we always talk, and that's the thing I like about him. He just just kept me under his wing for real, and just gave me different things that he had, like the knowledge, just spreaded the knowledge for real.
Yeah, I'll hit back more on the Military Bowl later, but one of the things that really stood out to me this season was when I was down in New Orleans for the Tulane game, the Marlon Gunn fan section. How many tickets did you have to get?
I think this time it was like 79 maybe. But when freshman year when I played here, it was like 95.
Dang.
So imagine me, a freshman, and I got to put all these names in to get all these tickets. Crazy.
What's the reaction like when you tell whoever you got to tell that number?
They just like, wow. Or like, not even wow. I guess when they see it, they'll come back and be like, wait, did you really just have all those tickets? I'll be like, yeah. And each one of those people showed up also.
Yeah, it was crazy. But it's got to be special for you to have that kind of support behind you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Everybody going to, show up. And not just, it's been like that since I was young. Like, they coming traveling. Like, my sister's scared of planes. She got on the plane to come support me. So, I salute her.
Yeah. Another highlight of your season, the FAU game. You go out last regular season game with the bang, 130 yards. Was that your first 100-yard rush game at East Carolina?
Yeah.
Was that something that was going through your head all season? Like, man, I really want to break 100, or was it just kind of an afterthought?
Yeah, that been going through my head since freshman year. And every year I told Mom, I'm like, I'm gonna get you a 100-yard game. Like, there's no doubt about it. I have to.
Nice. Well, what would you say really stuck out this season? It was kind of a special season. I mean, you really think about it, you guys weren't too far away from being in the conference championship. So what really stood out to you?
Just I'd say the culture in the locker room for real. And like, we really had no selfish players, honestly. Everybody just kind of stuck together like through the hard times and even in the good times. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not perfect. So we always gonna end up coming across some bad times. But just being able to, go out there and produce like we did is just, made our scene like, the seniors made us feel special because we did, some stuff that some people didn't do. So, and then, defense, held their own. And, I salute defense for real. Like, I shout out the defense, man.
Yeah, I think the defense was like number 1 in 6 stats for the conference this year.
Oh yeah.
Did you know early on that defense was going to be like it was, like early on in the spring?
Oh yeah. They we pushed each other in practice. So I'm like, if I get them, if I get them my best shot, I need theirs back, and I'm like, okay.
All right.
It's gonna be pretty special this season, like for real.
Oh yeah, and Blake Harrell, I do want to hit on that. Kind of, I don't want to say unknown. Like everybody around Greenville seemed to know, like Blake Harrell was going to be a really good coach when he took over midway last season. But did you think it would be this quick of an impact?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't. Well, Coach Harrell's a good dude, though. Coach Harrell's a good dude.
Marlon Gunn joining us on the show. Marlon, today in college football, it's kind of weird. And you mentioned earlier you come in, Rajay's here, Keaton's here. What made you stay in Greenville? Like, we don't really talk about a lot the guys who stay. Guys like Holton, guys like Rajay who stay the whole time. It's really just a lot of talk about transfers. You could have had an opportunity to go maybe make some more money, go somewhere, get some more touches. What made Greenville a place you wanted to stay?
Just I say let me see, like the culture of the community, like the fan base, and like, just play. I mean, wanting to play ball. Like, I mean, I really never really. I mean, everybody wants like the big dollars, stuff like that, but just just loyalty for real. And like Coach Harrell, we talk all the time, and he was like, like we got you, stuff like that. So that's pretty much what it was. Just like the fan base for real. Dowdy's a special place.
What do you think about the transfer portal and all the NIL stuff? We never really get to ask players about it. It's really just former players and members of the media that always talk about it. So what do you think?
Oh, I mean, it's just, sometimes I say it's 50-50. Sometimes you get good out of it. Sometimes, it's not really all what you think it is. Like sometimes you might go from, playing, 90% of your snaps at this school, and then this school might offer you like a lot of money and different stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? You might not end up playing. So I mean, I just go like, 50-50 with it. Or you probably, end up go from starting to splitting reps with somebody. It's just like, I mean, hey. But I mean, I just feel 50-50 about it. But I mean, I want to see everybody win though.
Oh yeah. And what were your thoughts when Caton, Yannick, and all the other guys opted out of the bowl game? Were you surprised? Did you kind of see it coming?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I did not see it coming at all. I was definitely surprised by it. But I knew, we just all stuck together. We was gonna pull it off.
Yeah, what did you think about Chasten? I mean, I was very impressed. I mean, he was 8 for 17, but man, like all he needed to do was complete the passes he needed, and he got it to Anthony twice, and y'all scored.
Oh yeah.
So what did you think about Chasten?
Yeah, I just told him, I was just telling him throughout the game, like, because I remember my freshman year when I had to go in and, step up and play a big role. So I'm just telling him, like, man, keep your composure. Like, don't do nothing extra that you don't have to do. Like, just stick to, just stick to what you got to do. Just be comfortable back there. Like, I mean, you done play quarterback, you practice every day. So it's just like, just keep your composure back there. You're going to be good.
Yeah, and I mean, you could really see the leadership on this team this year, the defense, the offense. I mean, how many seniors? There was a lot of seniors on this team.
I think it was like 28 or 29 of us, something like that.
Yeah, and you guys just, man, really held it down with the leadership and all that. So, I mean, congrats to you. I mean, what did you think about going to the Military Bowl again? I know a lot of fans didn't want to go back.
Yeah, I'm probably with those fans. I didn't want to go back either, but it's hey, make the best of it.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Memphis, the Liberty Bowl, and then I watched that game, and it was, I mean, pouring rain. It was like 40 degrees, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I think God knew to send us back to the Military Bowl. I appreciate him a lot for that.
Well, Marlon, you announced the other day you're declaring for the NFL draft. So what's the process for you leading up to the draft?
Just putting on, a couple more pounds and just working out every day. I just finished the workout not too long ago. So, just staying with it and, just see what God got next for me.
Anthony Smith, he was on the Brian Bailey show earlier. He said that he's competing in a senior all-star game. You have anything like that coming up?
No, I don't.
Okay, so next for you is Pro Day in Greenville in March, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So going into the NFL, like Clip asked Mike Wright this yesterday, a lot of athletes, some are football junkies like us, some are just good at it. That's what they do. Are you a sports fan at all? Do you watch the games?
I do, but nah, not really.
Yeah. I'm assuming you do watch and you have influences on your game. Like what running back do you look at and kind of imitate in your game?
I probably watch a lot of like Alvin Kamara for real. And like, I mean, we going like back and then, like, a couple years back, I probably go like Le'Veon Bell for real. That's who I kind of model my game off of.
All right. Marlon Gunn joining us today. I guess you're back home in Louisiana?
Oh, yeah.
You enjoying the food, the home cooking?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I went back and watched your interview from Media Day with Clip, and you mentioned the crawfish shrimp etouffee.
Oh, yeah. My grandma, she made the crawfish and shrimp etouffee with the cornbread, all that, yeah. It don't get no better than it.
Oh, yeah, man. How you got to watch how you eat down there, you said you're trying to put on a few pounds, so you eating a little more of that?
I'm about to say, yeah, but it's hard for me to gain weight because, I mean, I'm going, like, working right back out, so.
Yeah. All right, well, Marlon, we really appreciate you, man. We've enjoyed covering you these last 4 years. We've really enjoyed watching you, and we just wish you the best of luck in what's going on in your future.
Oh, okay. All right, that was Marlon Gunn with his thoughts on the Military Bowl going into the NFL Draft. We're going to take a break, and on the other side of it, we'll hook up with Brian Bailey. Great edition of the Brian Bailey Show today with Anthony Smith. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Pirate Radio Live.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon's delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue Electric, Plumbing, and Air.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a brighter, healthier smile at Michaels & Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. From routine cleanings to cosmetic services, our caring team is here to help you shine for every photo, party, and family gathering. Michaels & Gateway combines gentle, family-friendly care with the latest technology to keep you confident all year long. Start the year smiling. Call today or visit us online to schedule your appointment. Michaels & Gateway Family Dentistry, spreading cheer one smile at a time. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
At Flatlands Jessup, when we say your whole world covered, we really mean it. Our agency is dedicated to offering every type of coverage you might need, from farm owners and crop, home and auto insurance to health and life policies. We've designed our services to ensure that every aspect of your insurance needs are met, all under one roof. Whether you're safeguarding your family, your farm, your property, or your future, we'll build a customized risk management program for your needs. Flatlands Jessup, your whole world covered.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Fat Wraps have officially returned to Wings Over Greenville for a limited time only. And to celebrate, Wings Over is giving fans an exclusive deal starting now through February 1st. Use promo code FATWRAP25 to get 25% off your first Fat Wrap. Make sure to download the Wings Over app and join the Frequent Flyer Club, where you can earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. And if you're a first-time user, get free tenders just for signing up. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
Play it again, sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see. For a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test, congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites, flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholistico.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other two locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Michaels & Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600 today. Now let's take it back in for the start of Hour 2. Hey, here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Jackson. We're back on a Tuesday. You just heard from Marlon Gunn, former East Carolina running back. You can hear his interview again on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and also the interviews from yesterday with Mike Wright and Anthony Smith. And speaking of Anthony Smith, he was a guest on the Brian Bailey Show today at noon, which you can also go back and check out on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. And he will be joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line, the Turner Home Team. Are you looking to sell your house fast without making any repairs? The Turner Home Team is a local home buying company, and they buy houses as is. Justin and his team can provide you with a fast cash offer for your house today. So give them a call at 525-4780. Bailey, how you doing?
Not too bad. If you go back to listen to that on YouTube, you have to go, 40 minutes in?
Yeah.
We finally found him after about 40 minutes, but he did a great job on the interview, and I was bragging on him how he was always answering every text I sent him, and just didn't turn out on game day. But he turned out on game day when it counted for the Military Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, and you had a good line. You're trying to get up with him like those DBs were on his 2 touchdowns, and you just couldn't get with him. So he ended up getting him. It was a good interview. But East Carolina beats the Pitt Panthers in the Military Bowl in Annapolis. Just your initial thoughts on that game.
Well, I just thought it was one of those storybook, deals that we rarely, we talk about the possibilities of those things, but they rarely ever play out. And for East Carolina to have gone through what they went through, I mean, you lose your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, you lose your quarterback, you lose your wide receiver too, your running back, and it seemed like it went on and on. And for Blake Harrell to do what he did with that squad, I was just thoroughly impressed. And I really thought in the second half that, hey, they came here and they did what they had to do. They played tough. They lost in a bowl game, but they really played tough and showed just what they can do. And they kept making plays to win the game. And the next thing you know, they're making plays to be victorious. And it was just a great day for Pirate Nation, the celebration on the field, getting the interviews afterwards. I can't say enough about what Blake Harrell did with that group, and I think he's got it figured out that, hey, it's a year-to-year thing, and I just got to get – and even in his case, it was a month-to-month thing, because 1 month in November he had one team, and in December he had another team. So he's got it figured out.
Bailey, it's Ellerby. When you look at what Blake Harrell's done in his first full year and really year and a half taking over this football program, and obviously we know how long you've been around covering East Carolina football, how do you compare what Blake has done to what Ruff has done, what Skip did, what Steve Logan did, any of the guys that you've covered? How do you put it in perspective for yourself of what Blake has accomplished in his first 2 years?
It just seemed like everybody else was on a rebuilding mode, and it took a little bit of time. Maybe not in Ruff's case as much, but in most of the cases, it took time to rebuild and get set. What Blake did was he took the same basic team that Mike Houston had and that Coach Houston struggled with, and he flipped the switch right around. I mean, that team got a couple of wins under the belt, got a couple of confidence builders, and
bless you. Didn't mean to get you all sneezed up there, Bailey.
I'm sorry. We've been battling. My poor wife has the super flu, and I've got some remnant of it, I think, but I've tested negative. But
I think we're going to go get checked right now after that sneeze came through the radio.
It might have gone through. Everybody in Greenville may have to get checked on that deal.
Yeah, your patient won.
Yeah, that was. I couldn't do anything about it. But yeah, I think what he did with just turning the thing right around, and then coming into this year with an experienced team and won all these games and then went to the bowl game, back-to-back bowl wins. Some teams don't play very well in bowl games, but this East Carolina team under Blake Harrell plays very well in bowl games.
Well, I mean, the most impressive thing of it to me, obviously the defense was the defense, the same defense we've seen all season, but just kind of like, a bare bones offense. You got a true freshman starting at quarterback. I think that's what really shows the great coaching ability of Blake Harrell.
Yeah, I agree. And it was like, losing London Montgomery, it mattered, but the Pirates were always a 2 or 3 back, team as far as that goes. But at quarterback, you're putting somebody out there who really hadn't played hardly at all. And just the game plan that they had for him, running the football out of the shotgun sometimes, and some of those passes that he had. I mean, he really played well for a true freshman like that to come in there and provide that type of accuracy, and just didn't turn the ball over except for the one big play. But that Pittsburgh had a good team, and that's what I keep telling people. Pirates didn't go there and beat a bad team. They beat a good team from the ACC.
No, I mean, they outgained them, and I mean, Biles had the game of a lifetime. He's a future Buckeye, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it was good.
Do you think Blake's getting the credit that because whenever you talk about like Ruff and Lincoln, and and then Skip had the Holtz name, and then you have all these coaches and then Logan and his offense and all this other stuff. Do you think is it too early to give Blake the credit for what he's really accomplished here in such a short amount of time, and then really get excited about what he could build in the next maybe year or two with this football program?
Well, I think what you're looking at right now is he thinks he hasn't really done anything, that he's going to continue to build this thing and continue to grow with this squad and this program. And, and I think years from now we will look back and just talk about and marvel at what he was able to do. But if you look at it, from the last year and a half, I mean, it's been unbelievable, just the transformation this team has done. And you got players that want to play for Blake Harrell. And I think in this day and age of everybody transferring, all the NIL and all this other stuff, it's all about relationships. And if you can build a relationship, and it's not going to work out every time, because I think he had a good relationship with Caton Hauser, but I think Caton and his family had other ideas and greener pastures out there, and you're going to find that. That's what we have in college football right now.
And Bailey, the Pirates won the bowl game, and the vibes are pretty good right now. But as a guy that's been around the sports world forever, what's your confidence, your vibes on covering bowl games and just and bowl season after this most recent win by the Pirates and the way college football is right now?
Yeah, you got to wonder if the bowls are going to survive, because unless they got to change the calendar in some way, and you're still going to have people opting out, not wanting to get hurt, because the bowl games really don't mean anything, but to me they mean a whole lot, because I'm from the old school where they used to mean everything. So I think that we'll be lucky to see the bowls stick around like they have. I think you'll see less bowls in the coming years, and maybe then it'll mean more. But I think that we've been fortunate to have this run of bowls. And to be honest, I watch some of them on TV, and I think, man, why am I watching this game? Who cares about these two teams? But their fans care. So I think it's kind of like a catch-22 out there. I mean, you can hate the bowls, you can hate on the bowls because people, opting out, not playing in the bowls. But still, I think they have a place in college football.
Bailey, before we let you run, we were talking about yesterday on the offensive side of the ball in the portal, what should be the top priority? You got O-line, quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receiver. I said quarterback. For you, what would it be?
I'd say yes. Yeah. To all of them. Now, I think quarterback's got to be the number one priority, and then you go down from there. But they've got to get some help. And as we talked about this afternoon, it's like the Bible: the good Lord taketh, the good Lord giveth, and the good Lord taketh away. The portal taketh, and the portal giveth. And you got to get yours out of the portal after you lose some. So I think the Pirates will. I think they've proven that they can. I think they've got a good NIL base, and I think they'll be just fine. But it'll be interesting to see which players are coming to East Carolina.
All right, Bailey, thanks for joining us, man. Really saved my rear end here. I was struggling there for a little bit.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks for the sneeze.
That was Brian Bailey on the Turner Home Team Live Line. We're going to take a break. Coming up on the other side of it, we got Jennings Hall, and still to come, we got Jay Glazer at the top of hour 3 and Bryce Williams with Pirate Radio Outdoors. Stay tuned. We got much more. We'll see you after the break.
For over 40 years, Greenville Motor Company has been the name Greenville Trust. Driven by service, powered by trust, and now offering one of the area's best service centers, 8 full-service bays working on all makes and models. Their certified team can diagnose, address, and repair any issue, big or small. From oil changes to engine work, go to a repair center that you can trust for the life of your vehicle. Greenville Motor Company, locally owned by the Cook family, right across from Greenville Nissan at 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. DriveHereNow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust. Greenville Motor Company.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
There's no better gift than the gift of confidence. At Beauty Bar Medi Spa, we'll help you glow all season long. From Botox, dermal fillers, to facials and advanced laser treatments, our expert team delivers results that make you feel radiant, refreshed, and holiday party ready. And the best part, your journey begins with a free consultation, personalized just for you. Don't wait. Call Beauty Bar Medi Spa today or book online. Beauty Bar Medi Spa, because glowing skin is always in season. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate fans, I'd know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. A win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Proudly distributed locally by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
What's up, Pirate Nation? This your guy, Rajay Harris, and my spot to fuel up for great food in Greenville is Basil's. Looking for lunch today? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. After work, grab a dinner and drink with friends with delicious rotating shelf features and plenty of ice-cold specials at the bar. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant on Fire Tower in Greenville. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
UBE and Pirateware.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at Pirateware.com. Go Pirates!
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Hi, I'm Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. At Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered. And, best of all, they handle your insurance claims. They are locally owned right here in Eastern North Carolina. They are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. They can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Now, let's take it back in. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Wes. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Coming up, we have Jay Glazer and Bryce Williams in Hour 3. But joining us now, Jennings Hall. Jennings, how you doing?
Glad to be back. I'm good.
Yeah, it's been a while.
A couple weeks.
Had a nice little break. It was well-deserved. Got well-rested, but now we're back. Military Bowl has passed, and you were on the fence going into it, so did you end up going?
Yes, I did, and I had no clue that we were supposed to go the whole time. That's why when I told you all that I didn't think we were going, I genuinely thought we weren't going.
Well, you said we'll see who leaves, and then Caton Hauser, Yannick Smith, Devontae Connor, London Montgomery, they leave. That would probably just, persuade me not to go. So glad you ended up going.
I forgot I'm not the one that makes the rules. That's my dad. So.
Yeah, that's true.
How was your bowl experience? How many other bowl games have you been to, and where would you rank this one from all of it? Obviously the game's the W, so that's going to help, but just the fan experience and going there.
Yeah, so I would have to go all the way back. I don't remember what bowls, because there was a big gap from before the 2020s. But I've definitely been to Birmingham. I've been to the past two militaries. And then we were about to get on the plane to go to the Military Bowl a few years ago, right before it got called off. So I would say last year was definitely number one when we beat State.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like this one better than Birmingham because we played Coastal without McCall because he got hurt in the first quarter or something. And I think it's really cool that we won as a skeleton team, kind of, than we're the one beating the skeleton team.
I would rank Birmingham first because I had a great time in Birmingham. And I nearly got into a fight with the Coastal mascot because it was close early on, and he wanted to yap
Chauncey?
As much as he can yap. They don't talk.
Oh.
But then once it got out of hand, I started talking junk. But this one, I think this not only is one of my favorite bowl games ECU's ever been a part of, but I think it's the most impressive because you mentioned it, a skeleton team, a true freshman quarterback, and just going out there and beating a team that outgained you, I think played a lot better than you. Yeah. But you go out there and you force the turnovers and you do what needs to be done to get the win. That's why I loved it.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of viewers, listeners were listening to my interview. I told Cliff, I was like, Cliff, there's no way I'm going to know anything about, if you ask me questions about anything analytics-wise, I don't know because I don't know any of these players they're about to play. And
you don't know Chaston Didda?
No,
you don't know now? Dylan Lorick?
I do now, but if y'all were listening, he called me and I was in a bad mood. It was so cold. And I just remember I was like, Clip, I have no idea how this is going to go. It was probably the worst interview ever.
How does Annapolis rank on the Jennings Hall of Fame cities you've been to?
I do actually like it. It's just really cold. It really is cold. But
yeah. So you would prefer maybe a summer trip to Annapolis?
I think I would thoroughly enjoy a summer trip to Annapolis.
Maybe right there on the bay. The crab cakes are phenomenal.
We went to this restaurant on the water, and I cannot remember what it was called, but it was really good. And we went there this year and last year.
What'd you have?
I had steak.
Oh, no crab. Do you have any crab cakes?
So I don't eat seafood, which is crazy.
So I don't think you'd enjoy really every aspect of Annapolis.
No,
Perhaps the Texas Bowl would be better for you.
well, I like going to. It's weird because I like going to seafood restaurants for the vibe. Because I feel like they're always on the water.
So you don't eat oysters, I guess either. No. So you don't mind going to like a oyster bar or just
So you don't like any seafood?
None.
Chandler's the same way. I'm like, you don't even like shrimp. He's like, well, that's seafood.
Don't like it or allergic?
I don't like it.
Have you tried it?
I have. I've tried some, and the some that I've tried has
fish.
Yeah.
No fish.
Not my thing.
Fried flounder, man, you're missing.
No shrimp. Fried shrimp.
No, I've tried a few times, which is okay, but not enough for me to want to order it and enjoy it.
You ever had lobster?
Crab legs.
No, but I was at a function this past week, and they had she crab soup, and I I was curious, so I dipped my spoon in it and gave it a little taste, and I was like, eh.
Wes is chomping at the bit in there. Come on, Wes, what do you got?
Well, you mean to tell me no shrimp? I just can't get that.
I'm sorry. sorry. I don't know. I really don't know. I would say it's a texture thing, but I don't think it's even that.
Is it a smell thing with seafood? Because I had a fish smell problem for a long time, but now I can eat some fish. Sometimes the overwhelming bad fish aroma can turn me off, but I enjoy a good piece of fish now.
Well, I'm from the coast, so I feel like that doesn't really bother me. But going to a seafood restaurant, I smell fish. I don't think it smells bad. So I don't know. It's so weird to me.
So what did you do in Annapolis?
I was there for 24 hours.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
how does steak watch a football game, Jared?
I mean, that's not a bad way to spend your time somewhere.
I mean, what was wrong with that? And it was also obviously a little chilly at one point and angry or in a bad mood when she was talking to Cliff.
Freezing.
It was
freezing.
It was one of my favorite moments because for the rest of the pregame tailgate, when we were on break, the only thing we kept saying was, I'm defrosting. Whenever we didn't know what we were going to do. Because we kept asking her all these questions. She goes, Clip, ask me after I defrost. I got to defrost real quick. And then we called her back, and she was like, I still haven't defrosted.
Were you underdressed for the weather?
No, it was that cold. So this is funny because Ryan told us we could have parked on the side where we were sitting all along after we had parked on the whole other side of the stadium. And it was raining, so we had to park, and then we walked all the way across the stadium, and I don't do cold. That's not my thing. So by the time, and I was just in a bad mood because I was like, I have no idea what's going to happen today. I have no excitement for this game.
Well, I'm assuming your mood was better after the game.
Yeah, it definitely was.
East Carolina is invited back to the 2026 Military Bowl. Are you in right now?
I will be so upset.
You would?
I want to go to Boston or take me
That's
to
colder.
But I've never been to Boston.
Well, go this summer.
But in Boston, you have a lot of things to do. I mean, Annapolis is fun, but it's really just a lot of restaurants.
East Carolina versus North Carolina, December 28th, 2026. Are you in? Military Bowl.
Oh, there's no way North Carolina's making it.
Pirates versus Bill Belichick. Are you in? If right now, what do you think?
If Bill's there.
Well, let's be honest. I wouldn't have a choice anyway.
Right, that's right. You don't make the rules.
You didn't want to go to this one.
You don't make the rules.
I didn't want to go to
She wasn't going to this
You don't
one.
make the rules unless it comes to seafood. Then you do make the rules there.
Just give me the Pop-Tarts bowl, okay?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite bowl game to watch.
Here's the other thing that kind of grinds my gear. The Pop-Tart, they celebrate so much in like these bowl games now. Like I watched the Frosted Flakes Bowl.
Yeah.
And like the Duke and the Arizona State players are like jumping in the bowl. But ECU baseball hits a home run now and like nobody can come out and celebrate.
That guy's got a sandwich.
It's just another thing to point out of the hypocrisy of college athletics.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll get a Frosted Flakes jumpy house on the football bowl game and we'll celebrate that. But
in Dowdy Ficklin, it's 15 yards if Mario McCrimmon spikes it.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't know. It's
demolish the NCAA.
Demolish rules because there are no rules.
Yeah. There are no rules.
It's like there's an invisible rule book when it comes to everything as college athletics.
None.
Oh, man. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we got into the seafood talk.
Frosted Flakes.
We're eating live Pop-Tarts. But let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk ECU women's basketball. They're on a bit of a stretch. 6 games in a row. And we'll also have our Jennings Hall of Fame segment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Straight out of Kinston, Chili Water by Carolina Ice Company just iced the competition. Officially ranked the #1 American-sourced water on the H2O Score app and #2 in global purity, beating out 99.9% of those overpriced premium glass bottles. Purified or sparkling, both built to dominate your cooler. Find participating locations and order online at chiliwater.com or find us on Amazon. Tap into something better. Zero sugar, zero plastic, zero regrets. Stay chilly.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
This is Dr. Andrew Bridgeforth from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time.
Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this.
Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. Now let's take it back in. Here's J-Bone.
All right. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Jackson. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Coming up, we got Jay Glazer at the top of Hour 3 and Bryce Williams as well. Little Pirate Radio Outdoors, and we'll catch him up on all the happenings in sports. But right now we have Jennings Hall. Let's go ahead and get into Jennings Hall of Fame, Jennings Hall of Shame. What do you got? You'll go first.
For Hall of Fame, this is going to be funny for anybody who's seen it on the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Because when we were talking about it, this just reminded me of what happened.
Yeah.
When one of the Pop-Tarts opted out of the sacrifice. So I think that was supposed to be Notre Dame opting out of.
No. Well, no, I think they're trying to create a little bit of a storyline there with that Pop-Tart because his sign said, "You haven't seen the last." I think he's going to come back next year and wreak havoc. But maybe I'm just reading too much into a Pop-Tart jumping off of a stage.
Well, that would make two of us then, because I took it as Notre Dame.
Well, that's probably the obvious thing. And I went more fantasy booking the Pop-Tart instead of just like, oh, they're making fun of Notre Dame.
They're going to make some lore out of it for sure.
Yeah. I love bowl games. I'm not one of these people that go in front of committees and say, hey, there's too many bowl games, like some people on TV do. But the Pop-Tart Bowl is a little bit over the top. And it's supposed to be. I understand that. But I don't know. The live sacrifice is kind of weird. I do like Kalani Sitake winning, going midfield, and they dump the mini Pop-Tarts on him, and then he just grabs a handful, eats them. That's funny, but like it's a little too much.
Maybe the craziest one was when they held the sign that said "Dreams really do come true" as he's like going down to the toaster.
Yeah, I guess death is freedom for the Pop-Tart. I don't know.
They love it.
Hall of Shame.
Oh God, I don't know. Come back to me while you say yours.
I'm surprised you didn't do Panthers for the Hall of Fame, but then again, they haven't looked good, but they still make the play. That's the most Panther way to make the playoff. You look terrible through the last 4 weeks, and then you have to rely on a Falcons win to get in. But the Panthers are in, so I'll give the Falcons the Hall of Fame, just for the Panthers getting in. But my Hall of Fame is the New York Football Giants. They beat the Cowboys. Raiders get the number 1 pick immediately, so I can just kick back during the 4 o'clock games and watch my guy Aiden O'Connell beat the Chiefs. Put the nail in the coffin of Travis Kelce's career, and we can enjoy this. We can enjoy this.
I guess my Hall of Shame is Travis Kelce's last year being just one of the worst. If it is his last, I mean, I feel like there is a chance. I thought he was going to be done, but because Patrick got hurt at the end, I feel like for some reason there's a slim chance.
Patrick Mahomes isn't going to be back till like week 6, week 7, week 8 next year.
I don't know. They said he was going to be back at the start.
I don't know
which is really hard.
He tore an ACL and another one, the LCL, something like that.
They got him in next day, which is kind of crazy.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that was...
Normally they tell you to wait on the surgery to let the swelling go down.
Yeah.
But maybe he's not human. Maybe he's a lizard person, and that's why he was able to go. It'd make a lot of sense.
It would.
Know? You sell your soul to the devil to get 3 Super Bowls, and the devil's finally come for his due. And the Chiefs suck again. Very nice. Hall of Shame. I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder because I wanted to go Hornets for the Hall of Fame. But, you know, we're still like 13-21, so I can't give them that. But they beat the reigning defending champs by 25 points as like 16.5-point underdogs. But I'll go Thunder Hall of Shame because they were 21-2, and now I believe they're 5-6 in their last 11 games. I don't know, man. I just don't like Chet. I think Wemby stole every bit of confidence and ounce of momentum they had, and so I'll go Thunder Hall of Shame. We got any Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame in there? Wes, do you have a Hall of Fame or Hall of Shame nominee for this week?
Wizards.
Wizards?
That's a
just
Hall of Shame.
Like the Bippity Boppity Boo Wizards or the basketball team?
Basketball team.
Okay. Well,
That's
they
a
live
shame.
there. You got any Hall of Fame? Maybe you had a good oyster stew over the holiday break?
Nah, I don't have.
Nah, nothing good going on in life.
Well, other than having the continuously, like I told Jackson a while ago, that I got to go back to Annapolis. So that's a Hall of Fame.
What are you gonna eat some seafood in Annapolis?
No.
No.
I'll go to Taco Bell. That's about it.
Not a sponsor. Jackson, Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame.
Hall of Fame for me this week is going to be Russell Westbrook becoming the number 1 scoring point guard of all time. He just passed up Oscar Robertson. I think there needs to be some tough conversations at the end of the year as to where we want to rank certain point guards on an all-time list. Specifically, Russell Westbrook. Does he move up into the top 3 spot for people, or does he remain just in the top 10? Hall of Shame. There's a lot of ways I could go with this. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the SEC. Just in general, the conference. 2-7 in bowl games. Well, no, 3-7. Hold on.
One of their wins is against another SEC team.
Sorry, that's right. So they're 3-8 now. So, but it makes guys like Paul Feinbaum just look like complete bumbling idiots.
Paul Feinbaum's the smartest person. So is Kirk Herbstreit. We're ESPN Radio now.
It's yeah, but
Not kidding.
yeah, it's just
No, it's just, I was watching, I forget what game it was, but it's like the SEC with the statement win in the first round of the playoffs. It's like they beat another SEC team. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Or when they were all talking about how the group of 5 didn't belong after they beat Tulane the exact same way that they had previously, and it's like everybody kind of expected this. Or when Alabama beat Oklahoma, and they're like, "Oh, well, see, this is why the SEC is superior," and it's like, well, are you saying that because they beat a former Big 12 team, or because it was just 2 SEC teams playing?
I will
each other?
say Oregon. Well, Texas Tech made JMU look very deserving the way they played against Oregon. 'Cause, I mean, how many points did JMU put up? 34?
JMU put up 34 points.
And Texas Tech put up 0.
Hold on, let me find this.
And that's like a $30 million roster
Well,
that Texas Tech has.
And a lot of people came out and they started talking about how, Oregon put in all of their backups. Well, here's your first half stats for you. Texas Tech had 0 first half points. JMU had 6. Texas Tech's total yards in the first half was 88. JMU almost doubled it, 197.
Yeah.
Like that's not just scrubs. And JMU has to play in Eugene. Texas Tech is neutral site. So the fact that if JMU played in that neutral site game, it might have been an entirely different story without all that noise.
Yeah.
So,
Jennings, Hall of Shame before we move on. You said to come back to you.
Well, I said Travis Kelce having the worst.
Oh, okay.
I guess
yeah,
the
he
Chiefs.
stinks.
The Chiefs this season.
They're terrible. Let's move on. Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. They have won 6 in a row. Elon, UNC Asheville, Wofford, Campbell. Okay, and then we'll be getting a conference play, some respectable opponents. UAB in Memphis. And they will be playing tonight on the road in Denton, Texas against North Texas, 7:30 ESPN+. Jennings, have you seen any of the women's team?
Not yet. I've been gone a lot actually, but I planned on coming to their next game.
Okay, well, I haven't seen any of them either. Jackson, what are we missing?
So this team just has a different feel to it. There's no one individual star that you can shut down any given night because all 5 starters can pop off on any night and go for 30. And that's what makes this team so impressive is the fact that they've got Taylor Barner, who is the first freshman to put up multiple 30-point games for the Pirates in the last, 50 years now? So this is, this team just has a different vibe to it. What Coach Kim has done with this squad, this might be one of the best teams that they fielded, and this could be a tournament team if they keep going.
It has to be ever, because I don't think 30 years ago anybody's putting up 30 points a game, unless, we're going to NBA.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
Well, I guess 30 years ago is 1996 at this point.
But it's
Good
just,
God.
yeah, it's wild to see how good this team really is and how far they really can go. This team does not feel like the typical East Carolina basketball that we're used to.
Yeah, have you kept up with anything in the American? Because I'm not defending the men's team when I say this, but the whole conference is bad in the American this year.
Yeah.
The level of bad that some of the players on our team are. I don't want to crap on everybody on this team, man. Tybo Bailey has been very exceptional. He's our best shooter. He's actually making shots. He's a maker, not a shooter. And Jordan Riley averaging 20 points. Gio Emajuru averaging 10 rebounds a game. He's one of the top centers in the nation when it comes to offensive boards. But then you have guys that just can't find their stride. They can't get it going. So I don't know. We're getting into conference play. The first 36 minutes of that Tulane game was very promising and inspired some hope, but then it just looked like same old Pirates that last 4 minutes. Any more on the women's team, Jackson?
Not really, aside from just keep watching. This week is going to be a big week with North Texas and then Wichita State to round it out on Saturday. They'll be back in town next Tuesday. I will be in attendance. That tip-off will be at 6 o'clock at Minji's. You can also catch all 3 of those games on ESPN+.
Yep. Like I said, men's team, they'll be on the road. Temple will have Ryan Wallen of Owls Daily on the show tomorrow to preview that one. They had Jamal Mashburn last year. I haven't looked at Temple's roster yet. Maybe they still have Jamal Mashburn Jr. I'm not sure. Jennings, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. We will see you next week, and we will take a break. Come back, wrap up Hour 2, and then at the top of Hour 1, we will have Ellerby and Jay Glazer one-on-one from before the holiday break. We'll also have Bryce Williams. We'll talk Military Bowl, transfer portal, and much more with the big man. We'll be right back after this.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Brown & Wood's award-winning service department is open Monday through Friday. And don't forget, we have free pickup and drop-off. Every customer, when you come in for service, heavy repair, maintenance, it doesn't matter. You get a free car wash, dry, and vacuum. We've also got Tom Brown's favorite tagline, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Greenville Motor Company has proudly served Greenville for over 40 years. Driven by service, powered by trust, locally owned and operated by Tommy and Brian Cook and the Cook family. When you're looking for your next ride, choose from a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, domestic or import. If they don't have exactly what you want, they'll locate it for you. From your very first car to that luxury automobile you've always dreamed of, it's Greenville Motor Company, 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard, driveherenow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust, Greenville Motor Company.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now, let's take it back in for the wrap-up of Hour 2. Here's J-Bone.
All right, welcome back. Hour 2. Got Wes, got Jackson. Thank you to Marlon Gunn, Mike Mullis, Brian Bailey, Jennings Hall. Still to come, we have Jay Glazer coming up in about 10-15 minutes. And after that, we have Bryce Williams. We'll be catching him up on all the transfer portal action. And in case you've missed it, we'll catch you up on the coaching and transfer portal action. So who is out? John David Baker, offensive coordinator, is out. He is going to Ole Miss, and he will be replaced by Jordan Davis, former offensive coordinator of North Texas. Rodney Freeman, running backs coach, is out. He is going to Duke. He will be replaced by Julian Griffin, formerly of Cal and UTSA. Dairo Roberts, the great Dairo Roberts, is out. He will be replaced by Juan Soto and Matt Maddox going to North Texas, the offensive line coach. He will be replaced by Alex Huddle. Don't know how to say his last name. We'll figure that out at some point. Formerly of Old Dominion. And on the defensive side of things, Josh Aldridge, defensive coordinator, has gone to South Florida. He will be replaced by Jordan Hankins, and the rest of the staff seems to have remained in place with Roy Tesh being promoted to co-defensive coordinator. And on the transfer side of things, the notable transfers, obviously, Justin Benton, Jyron Waiters, and many more players like that. We appreciate their time here, but we will go over the notable ones. Quarterback Caden Hauser is out. He has committed to the Illinois Fighting Illini in Champaign. Yannick Smith is out. He is going to SMU. Was stolen away from us by Condoleezza Rice and George Bush. Yannick Smith to SMU. Javante Connor going back to the SEC. Started his college career at Ole Miss. He is committed to Vanderbilt. And Jamarion McCrimmon. This one hurts. I appreciate everything he gave to East Carolina and appreciate him playing in the bowl game. But committing to NC State, that one sucks. That one stinks. Still not committed transfers from East Carolina. Emmanuel Poku, offensive lineman. He has had a visit at Missouri. Desirio Riles has had a visit at Florida State. London Montgomery, I have not read anything on him. And Jamarly Riddle as well, have not read anything on him. 3 players that East Carolina has brought in. University of South Central Florida defensive back Christian Peterson is in at East Carolina. Former Furman wide receiver Jakeith Hamilton is in at East Carolina University. And former FIU cornerback Ashton Lovells is in at East Carolina University. And one thing of note, this has a little bit to do with East Carolina. Hollywood Smothers, former NC State running back, who we saw early on in the season opener. As a matter of fact, we will face him for the second straight season opener as he has committed to Alabama. And that game is 242 days away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. David Price Construction is a local pirate-owned general contracting company that provides unparalleled service for commercial and residential clients who desire a change to their commercial space, home, or would like to build new from the ground up. Contact David today for all of your commercial and residential building needs at 919-820-3612. Jackson, did you have something?
No, I was going to break the Hollywood Smothers news, but
yeah,
you nailed it.
Yeah, I got it. I'm prepared. I got it all written down.
Oh, I never said you weren't. You're a professional here.
What do you guys think? Caden Hauser to Illinois. Me and Brian Bailey talked about it on his show. The rumored amount of money, you would like it to be like the NFL where you could just, hey, here's the contract, here's how much they're making. But if you look at the rumored numbers, it's a little more, but you think a cost of living in Champaign, Illinois versus Greenville, North Carolina, I don't really think it's that much more. You're kind of really just transferring to play on a bigger stage in the Big Ten.
That's how I was looking at it, was he just wants to go out with a bang on a bigger school with a bigger spotlight on it.
Yeah, but look, you're not transferring to Michigan or Indiana or Ohio State or Oregon or USC or even UCLA, who has kind of been in the dumps lately. Like, it's Illinois at the end of the day, and I don't know how much success you can have at Illinois. I think 8-9 wins.
Well, let's also remember that I love Caden Hauser. He is not a Oregon level quarterback. He is not
I didn't say it was. I'm just going like off of your point of a bigger stage.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole Power 4 versus Group of 5 look is how it looks right now. He just wanted it because, honestly, I see it as more of a lateral move than anything. He wanted to go to a bigger conference, but the team is still not necessarily a powerhouse. It's just that he has the opportunity to be seen on television against those powerhouses.
I know what you mean by lateral move, but I mean, this is just all ifs and whatever, but like if Illinois was in the American, they would have been the playoff team. If East Carolina was in the Big Ten, I don't think they're a bowl team.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's just in terms of exposure.
Yeah, and Jamie brings up a good point in the Chili Water chat gang. Hauser will not be good at Illinois. Accuracy not as good as Altmaier, and Altmaier isn't an NFL quarterback. And I mean, Illinois was talked about as being maybe a playoff hopeful out of the Big Ten, and they fell short in multiple instances. So, you know, we'll all, you know, we got to see the guys line up. We got to see the games played, but wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors, especially guys like Emmanuel Poku and Jamari McCrimmon. I love offensive line play. That is my favorite part of the game. So, and they were great for us, and they're going to be very difficult to replace. I think all these other guys are very replaceable. Those two will leave the biggest holes. We're going to take a break, come back, start hour 3. We have Ellerby one-on-one with Jay Glazer, and we'll also have the big man, former tight end Bryce Williams, joining us. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back after this timeout.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a brighter, healthier smile at Michaels & Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. From routine cleanings to cosmetic services, our caring team is here to help you shine for every photo, party, and family gathering. Michaels & Gateway combines gentle, family-friendly care with the latest technology to keep you confident all year long. Start the year smiling. Call today or visit us online to schedule your appointment. Michaels & Gateway Family Dentistry, spreading cheer one smile at a time. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices. The Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings and loan rates, everything from automobile, boat, and home loans. First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Now let's take it back in for the start of Hour 3. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Wes. Clip Brock out today and the rest of this week. I'll be filling in. Jarrett Watkins here with Pirate Radio Live. Big thank you to Marlon Gunn, Micah Mullis, Brian Bailey, Jennings Hall. Had some great conversations with them throughout the show. It's been a fun one. But Ellerby, we got a big name coming up right here. NFL's #1 insider, my guy, part of my favorite NFL show on Fox NFL Sunday. Had a great conversation with him about the Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
My bad. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it's going to be our 5th Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon with Jay Glazer this year. It started back in 2022. We brought in the Coffee Bean guy, Damon West, and then followed up the next year with Dale Murphy, the legendary Atlanta Braves player. And then also year 3 was John Gordon, the Energy Bus, is when we really started partnering with Cliff Godwin and the ECU baseball program. Last year, Inky Johnson brought in just a fire message to the Murphy Center and to the ECU baseball team, and really excited about Jay Glazer. I read his book that he wrote back in 2022, and it's called Unbreakable, changing your mindset, trying to turn your mental health into mental wealth. He struggles with a lot of anxiety, depression, and has overcome a lot in his life to where he is now. I mean, everybody sees the happy Jay Glazer on Fox NFL Sunday, joking around with Howie and Terry and Michael Strahan and, having a great time. But I mean, wasn't too long ago where he was just making about $9,000 a year as the New York Giants beat reporter, and became best friends with Michael Strahan during that time. But really excited about this leadership luncheon. These things have been really very powerful for people that have attended the last 4, and we do have a few tables and seats available. You can contact us here at the radio station, Mark at pirateradio1250.com, or call me, and we'll get you the details. But I really think Jay is going to have something really special. And he peels back the curtain a little bit in this one-on-one interview. We were able to sit down and spend some time with him. But he is a big-time celebrity. Man, he knows everybody in the world of Hollywood, everybody in the world of sports. And the crazy thing is, I don't even think we mentioned this today. A lot of people may have noticed we've just switched over to ESPN Radio. And we have ESPN Radio nights and weekends and a lot of day parts during the day, including the Rich Eisen show from noon to 3. But Adam Schefter was on this morning, and he was breaking news and other stuff like that. But him and actually Jay Glazer are really good friends.
Really?
I didn't know that. It was kind of weird that these parallels of that just happened to come up during the conversation during the morning drive show that we have here on ESPN Radio. So it was kind of weird that him and Adam are good friends, and who knows how much they collaborate. But that'll be just another thing, I think, when Jay gets to town in March that we can talk to him about. But just a really cool event, and hope people will come out. Jay's going to throw out the first pitch that Sunday, March 22nd. He's got a cool story about that coming up in just a few minutes. But I'm excited about this leadership luncheon, and this certainly, just as I said, Jay Glazer, super successful, super person, but a guy that struggles just like we all do. We all have our personal struggles, our personal demons and things, and he talks about teammates, and we all need life is a team sport, and we all need to rally around each other. So I'm looking forward to the event coming up in March, and excited that he was able to spend some time with us honestly just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and it was, it's just a privilege to even have this job, because I get to produce segments with guys like Jay Glazer, who I've watched my entire childhood. But it's a great one. You're going to enjoy it. So here it is, Ellerby and Jay Glazer on Pirate Radio.
All right, welcome in. Excited to have our guest to talk to today, and super excited to be welcoming this guy to Greenville, North Carolina, March 23rd for our 2026 Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon. Man, he is the NFL #1 insider on Fox NFL Sunday. He is a actor. He's an author. He has so many accolades and just really helps a lot of people. He is the one and only Jay Glazer. Jay, what a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys a lot. Really excited to come down there. And I would use the actor thing loosely. I play my normal jagoff self, so it's not really acting. Everything I've done, whether it's Ballers or the league, and it's funny too, because when I would do like Ballers, they're like, give me these scripts. And my first time I ever did it, you're supposed to follow the letter of the law, but I'm playing me, right? So I'm like, the very first scene, there was a word, it was $50,000, and I changed to $50,000 in cash, something I would change it to. And they go, cut, and this little lady comes out, she's like, oh, Mr. Glazer, it says $50,000 here. And I'm like, look at The Rock, I'm like, dude, are you freaking kidding me here? Seriously? He's like, just let him do it how he wants to do it. He's going to do it that way anyway. Just let him how he wants to do it. But that was the time of my life.
That is awesome. I mean, you've done so much. And, most people know you from Fox NFL Sunday, just one of the fun jobs. But your story and your rise of how you got to where you are, how much fun does Jay Glazer have on a day-to-day basis?
Now I'm excited. Look, I wrote a book called Unbreakable, but I knew what it was like to be broke before I was unbreakable. The first 11 years of my career, what I can count on for pay was $9,450 a year. That was it. I got $9,000 eventually for the New York Post, and then for a year, and then $450 a year from New York One TV. And I was living in places, New York City, the only things I could afford. I had no business living in those places, but I was relentless. I didn't want to, and I don't want to take money from anybody else. Thank God, on my first week on the job, I met this goofy dude with bad teeth and a speech impediment who no one really talked to. And he drove me back into New York City every single day for 7 years. That turned out to be Michael Strahan. So thank God Almighty for Michael Strahan. And he didn't even live in the city. So I owned $28,000 in Lincoln Tunnel fare, but I couldn't afford subway and bus fare both ways, which is only $5.50 each way. But it was that bad for a long time. But I was just relentless, man. I just decided, and that's why I do everything I do in life, whether I fight or I compete in something or I compete as an insider or in business. My whole thing is just relentless, and put pressure. And, having anxiety, I've learned I'm great in chaos. I started trying to look into where these have actually helped me. So I can create chaos until people just want to tap out. But 11 years, man, it was Yeah, I tell people that now, young people that, like 11 years, how did you survive? Not only 11 years, but I wouldn't take money from a single friend, nothing. So I'm trying to think how I paid my bills back then. It was crazy. I think I just played bill roulette, like which ones were going to get turned off. The only one I had to make sure was turned on was my phone. Yes, I'm having fun now. Those days were brutal.
Well, I feel like I know you because of so much on Fox NFL Sunday. But when I heard you on the John Gordon podcast, he was one of our leadership speakers a couple of years ago, and you were pushing your book. I immediately went to Amazon and bought it and read it and loved it. And your book, Unbreakable: How I Turned My Depression and Anxiety into Motivation, and you can too. What is an unbreakable mindset?
Well, unbreakable mindset, first of all, you don't break. Unbreakable is about, and I termed it unbreakable because if you go to the last chapter, I went in for a back procedure with Cedars-Sinai Hospital. I've ruptured 12 discs in my back and 9 in my neck, and I was one of the first guys in the NFL to ever fight professionally in mixed martial arts all the way back in 2003. And Fox made me stop fighting in 04, 05. And I started those bonds. I can't. That's my crew. So I had to pivot and learn how to start coaching guys. If I wasn't allowed to fight, I still wanted to be part of it. I would coach guys, and I created the first MMA training program for pro athletes in America. And I've since trained 1,000 pro athletes. Most of them football players, a lot of fighters, basketball, football, hockey. But as a result of me wrestling all these football players and fighters, I have all these injuries. Well, I go in for a back procedure, and I end up throwing up the entire meal from the night before, and stomach acid and bile, and they didn't have me in a hollow face cradle, they had me in a bowl. Well, the anesthesiologist walked away, and I drowned, and both lungs filled up with stomach acid and bile and food, and I drowned, and I was the worst case in the history of Cedars-Sinai to ever live. And I'll never forget, I wake up on this gurney there, and believe it or not, Randy Couture, the former UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion of the world, he was my emergency contact, because I've gone in for a back cleanup in the past, and when you have back pain, when you suddenly don't, I was like, Randy, we're training. This feels amazing. So I've literally gone from this and gone to train with Randy. I figured if I feel this good, we'll go do it again. Well, I wake up at Cedars, and there's Randy over me on my gurney. I said, well, if I'm dead, I ain't in heaven, because his ass wouldn't be there. So that's the first oh no. But while we were in there, they told me I had this double aspiration pneumonia, which I didn't quite understand. And it's the first day of NFL free agency. So I got my phone there. And Jared Allen's trying to go places. And Lovie Smith is trying to sign in Dominic Sue, and all these different things. I'm on the phone, and I'm in critical care. And the nurse is like, Mr. Couture, could you please get Mr. Glazer to put his phone down? Like, this is a matter of life and death. And I'm like, Randy, they're saying pneumonia. Like, I don't have double pneumonia. I wasn't sick, so I didn't get it. And what it is, basically, when you get acid on your lungs or anything, they get infected. That's what pneumonia is. So I didn't understand the difference between regular pneumonia and aspiration pneumonia. Mine was double. 73% of my lungs were burnt. And as they're trying to argue with me, and Randy's saying, hey, cowboy, I think this is a different one, man. I think you need to kind of put your phone down, calm down. I'm like, Randy, I can't. I'm trying to get, scoops. We got guys who are trying to go here, and players call me, should I go there? And teams ask me about guys. All of a sudden, and my oxygen at that point had gone down to like 76, I think, and beeping louder and louder. And you need your oxygen about 98 to 100%. So it was just going, and the beeps were getting, but I didn't get it. And Randy walked away, I think, to call people. And all of a sudden, the room went shoop, over there. With me in the room, went over there. And I was like, oh, like a tunnel over there. And I said, oh, wow. I put my phone down, and I started talking to God. And I said, God, I think I'm coming to see you. And if I am, it's okay, I love you. But I think there's more we could do in this world. And I know a lot of other people make this promise, but I promise to keep this promise. If you step in here, I promise I'll do a lot more in this world. And all of a sudden my oxygen got down to 60. And it went from that to boom, 89. And the room came back. And all the stuff that's in the book and me talking mental health, it's all my way of keeping my promise to God. A lot of people made that same promise, but they don't follow through. I want to follow through. I say, God is my best friend. I want to make sure I keep up with my best friend on that promise. So what I've done now, I wrote that book, so Unbreakable, so I can give people words to discuss mental health. And you don't, look, I am clinical depression, anxiety, ADHD, bipolar, something called OCD anxiety, insomnia. I mean, other than that, I'm a model of stability. And I was born this way. This is my earliest memory. I now know it ran in my family from all the way through my grandparents, which I wasn't aware of until recently. But my whole big thing is, man, you got to find your team and lean into them and talk to them about what you have and open up. And since I've done that, it's turned friendships into brotherhoods and sisterhoods. It's got my relationship so much closer. It's got me to be married to my beautiful wife, Rosie. It only took me 53 years to find someone that I didn't push away and didn't sabotage, because I can now open up. And now since that book, I've taken it a step further. That's what I want to come talk to you guys about, is how to turn mental health into mental wealth. And what I've done is I've learned all these things since I've started to open up about it that have helped me with my routines in the day. I used to have routines that just got me to spiral. Now I have routines before I even look at my phone in the morning, things to do at night before I go to bed. When the 15 minutes before when I laid my head on my pillow at night used to be the worst of my day, because I would lay down with somebody I didn't know how to like or love. And now I've done a lot of work to get a little more peace there. That's a hard way to go to bed and a hard way to wake up from. So I've got all these other tools now, but the biggest thing I've done in turning mental health into mental wealth, and I always talk about these unbreakable mindsets, is I literally done, because I'm no longer ashamed by it, now I've done a deep dive into where all my issues have helped me, where they become my superpower. And if I feel like they're my superpower and they've really helped me in life, well, then I'm not ashamed by them. They've helped me. The shame is the thing that really gets a lot of us. That's the part that keeps us in the fetal position under the covers. So I can't wait to share that with all you there, of how you can turn mental health into mental wealth. And you know, our scars are our equity. We got to be proud of those.
Jay, that last little bit right there was so powerful. Your book's so powerful. What is a brief thing that how you recognize when you're slipping into anxiety or depression, or to a place you don't want to be? Or what is something that you can immediately do to kind of turn yourself around?
So I call two people and I tell them that I'm struggling really bad, okay? And it lifts them up as well, what I realize. So that's my way of being of service. The two big things are having a team and being of service. So that is of service to them, because now they could be there for me and help lift me out. But then I'll call two other people and not tell them I'm struggling. I'll just check up on them. It's my way of being of service to them. And 90% of the time, somebody will go, oh, I appreciate that, Glaze, I'm doing good. But 10%, you'll get them to say, oh man, it's so funny you called today. Yeah, man, I could have used this call. And one of those times, one of my best friends, who's a warrior, told me 2 weeks later, remember that time you called me a few weeks ago, check up on me? I said, yeah. He said, you saved my life that day. I was planning to kill myself. And thankfully I called, and he's still here, and you just never know. And look, folks, you don't need my level of clinical gray depression, anxiety, bipolar, all this to be going through something these days. Social media makes us all think our lives suck. You know, we're comparing ourselves to everybody else's filtered 1 second, quick highlight of one day. We think our lives suck. We feel so left out. We think we're losers compared to everybody else. Or like, look, I grew up in the Jersey Shore. You got your ass kicked in the Jersey Shore, it sucked for a month. And now we're getting our ass kicked 100 times a minute, or you're seeing others getting their butt kicked 100 times a minute on X or Facebook or whatever. And the human soul is just not meant for that. So we're all going through something these days.
Absolutely, Jay. I can't wait for you to come down here. One of the key things I took away from your book, and I see it on TV and see it when you're on podcasts and stuff, is your high energy. And I preach it to our team here. And I always tell people your 3 points of being different, outwork the world, and be the last man standing. Those 3 things are so powerful and so fundamental. But I mean, I guess that's what it takes to be the number 1 insider in the NFL and to be Jay Glazer.
Yeah, most people, are afraid. They just want to be facing the crowd. I'm like, start your own damn crowd. Be different. I tell every young reporter, be different. And, I walked in that giant locker room in '93. I didn't have an education. I got kicked out of college. I had no experience. This is the Mecca. I was just like, how can I be different? All right, well, I know these guys, they work 40 hours a week. Like you said, I'll be the last man standing, not by a little, by a lot. I'll work 100 hours a week. And then again, just be different. I thought they were using their pen as a weapon. I was going to start relationships. And they told me, well, you can't do that. We don't have relationships. Reporters and players and coaches don't have relationships. I said, you guys don't decide how I put food on my table. So I did it. Now it's a relationship-based business. But I got killed for that for a decade and couldn't get a job as a result of that for a decade. But I think it's panned out pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jay, we're excited. March 23rd, you're going to be our speaker for the 2026 Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon. You're going to bring so much wealth and knowledge about being an unbreakable mindset. And I remember you sent a promo to us. It said this is going to be the first time you've ever come to Greenville, North Carolina.
Yep.
Of course, home of East Carolina University. East Carolina's had several players that have won Super Bowl rings and been in the pros. One of the most famous ones, I think, is CJ2K, Chris Johnson. And
I trained him with a bullet in his arm.
I know. You have a little connection.
I was training him. So I told him that week, dude, don't go home. Nothing good happens at home. He's like, no, Glazer, I promise. CJ, just stay here with us. He goes home, he gets shot, comes back in the next week. He's arm in a sling. He's like, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, what do you mean you're ready to go? He goes, I'm ready to go. They're not taking the bullet out. Let's go. I said, this is a new one. And I started training him with a bullet in his arm, and he was come back. And then I hooked him up with the Cardinals with their GM, Steve Keim, and he got signed there and ends up becoming comeback player of the year. And I do a lot for a lot of people. And my love language is gratitude. He's always been so grateful, always. Really, really grateful. That is my guy.
CJ2K, is he a Hall of Famer?
He certainly should be in the conversation, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, Jay, I know you got a lot going on. I'm sure your phone's been buzzing the whole time we've been talking. March 23rd is going to be a special moment, special day in Greenville, North Carolina. And I know you got a lot of work to do. Any NFL tips you want to leave with us before we let you go?
You got to watch Sunday, baby. You got to watch Sunday. I'll tell you one more thing, though, a little tip. If I got to throw out the first pitch, I think, of your baseball game, right?
That's right. You're going to be here for the East Carolina baseball game that Sunday.
So because I train these guys again, I get messed up. And I end up, Alden Smith tore the labrum in my right shoulder. And I didn't know. I thought I just had 2 tears in my rotator cuff and bone spurs. So I go in, this guy, Dr. Clapper, and it's like 4 days before the start of the season. It's during COVID. And first they're just going to put a nerve blocker in, and I was going to be awake for it. And I'm like, why would I do that? Like, I love propofol, besides almost dying the last time that happened. I said, I'm going to go out. Well, while they're in the surgery, they find out that the MRI was wrong and my labrum tore, was flapped and stuck in the joint. So he couldn't wake me up and ask what I want to do. So he's like, listen, judging by his lifestyle, I'm just going to cut the labrum out. So I wake up, I'm like a breathing tube down. What is going on here? It's supposed to be like 30 minutes, 40 minute scope, And he's like, well, your labrum's cut, flapped over. We just cut it out. So what's it mean? He said, it means you can't throw a ball anymore. Well, what do you care? You don't play quarterback. And you can't military press because your shoulder will pop out and in if you do either one. All right, no problem. Fast forward like 2 years. I forget about this. Fox made me go throw out the first pitch of the Arizona Diamondbacks game because we were doing the Super Bowl in Arizona. And Sean Payton and I go together. And we have like 45 minutes. We start warming up. Sure enough, man, my third pitch, this just sublexes out. My shoulder, pop! Sublexes. I'm like, oh no, damn, this guy was right. And I run the ball into Sean Payton, and I'm like, here you go, I'm good. He's like, we got like 45 minutes, man. I got to warm up. I'm like, no, I'm good. And he's like, what do you mean I'm good? Like, And then it's just tightening and tightening and tightening and tightening. I'm like, oh my God. And all I wanted to do is get it over the plate. And I want to be like these guys that throw it over. And I'm going against Sean Payton, who's, you know, he's, oh, you don't want to bounce it. You don't want to bounce it. You want to bounce it. Well, Sir Bounce-A-Lot bounces it over there. I, with my one Kevin Costner broken shoulder from For Love of the Game, shoot, gets it over. Thank you, God Almighty. And I fly down the next day to Alex Guerrero with Brady's guy. And I'm like, hey, man, my shoulder's dislocated. He looks, he goes, oh, yeah, definitely is. Subluxed out. I said, can you put it back in? He said, I can. He said, okay, ready? So, yeah, he goes, I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to hurt. Oh, man, that hurt. Him putting it back in. Whoa, that was a different level. That's why I like to be asleep for these things. So now I know when I come down to you guys, no warm-up. It took 3 pitches for it to pop out. I'll do one, no problem. I'll get it in. If it pops out on that, no problem. I'll have Alex put it back in again. I'm good.
Well, we'll get somebody to take care of you if that happens. But I'm excited to see your fastball, but more excited to hear your topic of mental health and mental wealth and helping people in Eastern North Carolina.
Thank you, brother. Can't wait.
Jay, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you in March. Have a great day. Thank you, my friend.
Looking forward to it.
And Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer will be joining us in March for the Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon. For more information, you can contact us here at the station, or you can email mark@pirateradio1250.com. It's going to be a good time, as Ellaby talked about earlier. We've had John Gordon, we've had Ike Johnson, we've had a lot of great speakers, and Jay Glazer will be added to that list of great speakers. On the other side of this break, we got the big man, former tight end Bryce Williams, and we have some tight end news. We have a tight end commit in the transfer portal, also a running back commit in the transfer portal, and some NFL head coaching news as well. You're not going to want to miss it. We got Bryce Williams on the other side of this break.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Doug Henry of Greenville would like to wish you a happy holidays. Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Happy holidays and Happy New Year from everyone at Doug Henry.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is Down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
What's going on, guys? This is Inky Johnson. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. Now let's take it back in. Here's J-Bone.
All right. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you to everybody else who's joined me on this very fun show. Marlon Gunn, Mike Mullis, Brian Bailey, Jennings Hall, Jay Glazer, and Ellerby going one-on-one. But it's time for the main event. It's time for the big man.
1, 2, 3, 4. I saw the light. I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man.
Man. How you doing, Bryce?
Good. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're making it, man. You know, clips out. Wait, headphones too low?
Yeah, too low.
How's that?
That's good.
All right, that's better. Well, you know, clip being out, we gotta move stuff around. But hey, we're getting through it. I think this show's gotten a lot better as it's gone on. It's been great the whole time, but you know, you get more comfortable with it, you get more adjusted to it, and it's gonna be like this the rest of the week. I'll be filling in tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Gonna be a good one.
That's right. Hey, bend don't break, baby.
Bend don't break. It's gonna be fun, but we got a lot to talk about. That's what's great. If I had to do this in the summer, it's like, oh God, I got to grasp at straws to find topics. But we still got to cover the Military Bowl, get everybody's thoughts and opinions on that. We got a lot of transfer portal news, including 2 new commits within the last hour. But first, we'll go Military Bowl. Bryce, I'm assuming you watched the game, early kickoff.
Yep, I definitely watched it. Of course, you know, with all the moving around that happened literally right before the bowl game, you're kind of like, okay, what's going to happen? You know, Pitt's a very good football team, and you're like, I mean, you're always optimistic, but you're like, back in your head, like, okay, what's going to happen? And, I mean, thank goodness, you know, we put on a heck of a performance. It was definitely a defensive standoff that first half, and, you know, thankfully with our prolific offense, we kicked it in high gear, and we were able to get some points on the board. So it was a very exciting game to watch. Not overly stressful, just because it seemed pretty balanced, and then when we started to gain some steam and get some more wind in the sails, it was like, all right, we got pretty smooth sailing here.
Yeah, and there was a house money aspect to it, kind of a skeleton offense. You still have Anthony Smith, of course, and Marlon Gunn, Jamaria McCrimmon, Emmanuel Poku, and some other great players. And the defense was the same defense we've seen all season. But you're a man of many sayings. What was going through your mind? What were you saying when the Marlon Gunn touchdown was negated?
Well, if I had to say exactly what I said verbatim, it'd be a lot of beeping.
Yeah.
But it was definitely mind blowing. Like, how in the world? And of course, then they do the replays, and I got buddies texting me, like, you just try to break it down. Like, what in the world happened? Especially as a fan, you're like, I didn't hear a whistle, and you're like, okay, is this a scam? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It was just a crock of crap, I guess you could say.
Well, Brian Bailey mentioned he said they asked Blake Carroll about it after the game. He's like, the ref came up almost in tears. He was so apologetic. He's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to blow the whistle and all that. And then I was talking to Marlon Gunn earlier today. We aired the interview on the show. He's like, yeah, dude, I ran in the end zone. I did my dance. I celebrated my teammates. And then I'm on the sideline, and I'm looking. I'm like, well, where's kickoff? Why is offense going back out? And I think it was Ty Johnson had to be like, hey, man, it didn't count.
I know. And it's like that. And it's so tough because, plays like that, literally, that's what you want on a highlight tape,
Yeah.
To have that as a stat and a highlight, goodness gracious, that can definitely just make people start noticing, obviously make you more I guess aware to people, for lack of a better term. But what a great run it was. It's definitely a shame that it got called back, but I guess it still got publicity because,
everybody was. ESPN posted a crap ton, and they're just like, oh, they got screwed. Everybody on Twitter, the refs are against East Carolina.
Yeah.
And so it was good. We got publicity that way, and then we win with the true freshman quarterback to get it that way. Yeah. But the most impressive part of that, to me, was how great the coaching is, because a play like that, it gets negated.
Oh my God!
You hang your head and all that, but then you convert the fourth down again. Mm-hmm. But then the defense gets a turnover. Yeah. They score on that turnover, and that's another place where the offense could hang their head and the team could just be like, all right, it's just not going to go our way today. But instead, they come out 2 plays later. Chasten did it to Anthony Smith, long touchdown.
Oh my goodness, it's unreal, and that does. Kudos to obviously the players for bouncing back, but that just shows what kind of mindset Coach Harrell's instilling in these guys. You could preach it all day, it's never over, it's over, keep fighting, but it's great, but to have everybody buy into something like that, it's awesome, what he's doing. So for us to do what we did, in those unfortunate turn events, and then to have that big play, is just awesome to see, and, definitely it's great to know that's going to get carried over.
Were you impressed by the true freshman Chasten Dida?
Oh, my goodness.
8 for 17, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Made the plays he needed to make. obviously there were times he looked like a true freshman.
Yeah.
Looked like it was getting to be a little too much for him, but he held his own, man.
Yeah, kudos to him, because you're like, not knowing who's starting, who, if they're going to do Mike Wright and how are they going to do that, and who's playing Jeter, this, that, and the other. They choose him, and you're like, all right, let's hold on and see how this dude does as he pee down his leg. And I think he did, great to be, that's his first game as a freshman, against AC opponent in a bowl game, and with all those other factors to play. And I think he did really well. And, hopefully he decides to stay. It seems like he's got the confidence already to kind of make something happen.
Yeah, to me, I wasn't surprised. I was surprised that we won with him. But, just going to practice the whole season, he was getting number 2 reps. You see how Mike Wright plays the quarterback position, and you're like, okay, well, there's a reason they got him at receiver and running back and corner and punt returner.
Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily the best thrower of the football, and that's no shade. He's a great guy. He's got a lot of charisma, a lot of energy, and he was a great part of the team in other spots. But when it came down to the backup quarterback, Chasten Dida gave us the best chance to win, and clearly the staff felt that way as well.
Yeah, that's definitely was good to see, and happy for him that he was able to step up when you literally get thrown into the wolves. So,
and we went through the transfer portal earlier, but now we have 2 new commits. So now that brings us up to 5. Central Florida defensive back Christian Peterson, Furman wide receiver Jakeith Hamilton, FIU cornerback Ashton Lovels, and those were the 3 that committed yesterday. We have 2 new ones within the last hour. Former Nebraska tight end, but he is from this past season, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. It is Ismail Smith Flores. I know you said during the break you're a big fan of Ismail Smith Flores. What have you seen from his game, and how will he impact the Pirates?
he's coming from, obviously coming from Nebraska, and then, from this, school, obviously talent can be in many places. So, forward to see what he can do here.
Yeah. And then a more notable name, North Texas running back Ashton Gray. Big performance in the bowl game against San Diego State, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, obviously coming along with his offensive coordinator, Jordan Davis. Bryce, we'll go through the Pirates leaving. And I'll get your thoughts on them. We'll go Jamario McCrimmon. This one hurt. He played in the bowl game. We thank him for everything he did for this program, but he goes to NC State. Your thoughts?
I don't know why you'd want to go that way, but
yeah, they keep C.J. Bailey, which I was watching one of the bowl games this past weekend, and it said notable quarterback returns in college football, and number 1 was C.J. Bailey, and it's like, man, everybody must be entering the portal because if he's number 1 on any list, he's a great quarterback. Not going to get there. I saw him with my own eyes this season.
Yeah.
But I would say he's like a number 1 on any list in all of college football.
Yeah.
Then we have Javante Connor going back to the SEC, going to Vanderbilt. This one doesn't shock me. I think he'll be a great player. Wish he would have played in the bowl game.
Yeah.
But these guys I'm about to name are replaceable along with Javante Connor. Yannick Smith going to SMU. And then Caden Hauser going to Illinois. What do you think about Caden Hauser going to the Big Ten?
I mean, I guess kudos to him if they pay,
Yeah.
if he's chasing the dollar, which it seems to be that way. But
it doesn't really, from what I've heard or read, he didn't get that much more than he was getting offered here.
Huh. Well, I mean, even if that is the case, isn't the case, it's just, I mean,
it's all rumor and speculation.
But it's just one of those things like, man, you had it here. I don't obviously I never dealt with a transition like that, but I guess having JDB leave, maybe that spooked him a little bit with what was to come, and maybe he was just trying to find an offense that maybe he felt more comfortable to. I mean, I would have loved for him to stay. I mean, he did really good, really well here, with the bowl games winning, how he stepped up, and then obviously this season, wish he would have stayed, but it is what it is in this era.
Yeah, and let's see, Jamie, our resident Big Ten guy, Indiana fan. Hauser will not be good at Illinois. Accuracy not as good as Altmaier, who was their quarterback this past season. Altmaier isn't an NFL quarterback, so he's not a believer in Hauser in Illinois. But Robert says not happy with Hauser, but he left to play in a pro-style offense in order to increase his NFL prospects. Jamie goes on to reiterate, no way he's an NFL quarterback. He doesn't run well enough to have another threat, and the accuracy just isn't there. So, we don't know. We'll see them play this next season. Maybe Illinois has money to spend, so maybe they'll surround him with a lot of great players, but we'll see. Also, impact players transferring Emmanuel Poku, Desirio Riles, London Montgomery, and Jamarly Riddle. Jamarly Riddle is the one that hurt me because he's going to get drafted. Mm-hmm. And I like seeing players get drafted, and it says East Carolina.
Yeah, was he the
safety
number
2?
I mean, he talked about a lot this season, so that is definitely a bummer for him to live. And it's kind of like, man, like I said, financial seems to be a big part of all this transition. But I mean, we had Savon come out of here just last year
to the Cowboys.
So, to the Cowboys. So it's like you have the secondary in ECU obviously has some a notable guy, and then with with Broncos, I should know.
Jaquan
McMillan. So it's like with ECU having the secondary, have some notable guys in the league. It's like, man, you keep playing like this. The commentators obviously speak highly of you. It's like you're going to have noticeable, get noticed here. But I don't know. It's just like
And you bring up Jaquan McMillan. The Broncos are the number 1 seed in the AFC. He had a pick 6 against Trey Lance in the Broncos-Chargers game this past Sunday. Here's Jaquan McMillan on his pick 6.
Yeah, we was in a cover 2. They ran dagger knife to the field, and they had a crosser coming back. Once I seen him coming off, I knew he was going to check the ball down. I just, vision break. I was off the quarterback, and he just dropped it, and I caught the tip pass and ran it back.
Bryce, tip pass there. Have you ever been responsible for a pick 6? Have you ever not caught the ball and it goes into the DB's hands?
No, thank goodness.
You've been
I didn't catch the ball. It was Florida's senior year. I didn't tip it though, so I wasn't responsible for it.
Okay, but it was still a pick 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you try to chase the guy down?
Yeah, but he's really fast.
Really fast? Have you ever caught somebody?
No, well, yeah, if they're coming my way. But
Yeah.
never like...
Well, yeah, I'm not expecting you to sprint. You're a big guy.
No, I think there was like a pick or something against Carolina, and I was in on a tackle. Defense kicked in, shucked the blocker, tackled him.
There you go. The Broncos are in the playoffs. Have you taken a look at the playoff bracket for the NFL?
I saw something. The Steelers are in the playoffs, right?
Steelers are in the playoffs. They beat the Ravens. The Ravens just fired John Harbaugh, their head coach of 18 seasons.
What was the reason? How in the world?
Well, 18 seasons, you missed the playoffs with Lamar Jackson, who's been in and out of the lineup, but it just seems like time for both people to have a fresh start. I think John Harbaugh is immediately going to be successful with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
We have the number one pick, Fernando Mendoza, John Harbaugh, Ashton Genty. This is just a recipe for success. But the Steelers are in it. They'll play the Texans on Monday night. The Jaguars will play the Bills in Jacksonville Sunday, 1 o'clock. Patriots will play the Chargers, and like I said, the Broncos are the number one seed. So no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. It kind of seems like it's built for Josh Allen to be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's cool. I always like the Ravens. I feel like Lamar Jackson always kept himself, and then with Henry, he was fun to watch. And then we still have Keaton with so it would have been cool to see the Ravens be in there. But
yeah, and Keaton almost returned the kickoff for a touchdown that would have won the Ravens the game. Play that, Wes.
Back Mitchell from the 5. It's the numbers, got a good return going. There goes Mitchell, right around midfield. They're only a first down or so away.
Yeah, Keaton put him in great prime field position. Lamar Jackson, clutch pass to Isaiah Likely with a clutch catch. And then, obviously, the kicker misses the field goal to win the game. You ever been a part of that, where a kicker ruins your game?
100%.
Oh, you played at East Carolina, so yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
We'll go to the NFC side of the bracket. Seahawks are the number one seed. They'll have the bye. The Panthers somehow made the playoffs.
That bit John is
8-9. They lost 3 of the last 4 games. But because the Falcons beat the Saints, the Panthers are hosting a playoff game.
Jeez.
Guess the line. They play the Rams. Guess the line.
Is that the difference, right?
The spread.
Spread. Oh, God. I'm going 10.
10.5.
Jeez.
Nail on the head. This has got to be the biggest spread. The Panthers have to be the biggest home underdog in playoff history. They have to be. You got the Eagles and Niners. Niners, if they're healthy, I think they got a better shot. And then Bears, Packers. So out of all those teams, who you taking in the Super Bowl?
the Bills would be cool because I think, because they haven't won one in the history they had.
They've never won one.
Never won one.
Went to 4 straight, lost them all.
I'm going to pull Bills.
Bills?
I'm going to go Bills, I think.
Who you got out of the NFC?
Bears, Caleb, Packers, Eagles. I'm going to go, I like Eagles just because of Jalen Hurts.
All right, Bills beat the Eagles. Jamie's quickly becoming my favorite member of the Chili Water Chat game. Raiders need to hire Harbaugh. I'm betting Raiders to make the playoffs next season. Mendoza is better than Bo Nix and Justin Herbert. Jamie, what are you doing the rest of the week? You want to come co-host the show?
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me like people. But yeah, more about the Raiders at a later date. Let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up the show, hear about the Pirates' 9-win season. Blake Harrell talked about that after the game. Bryce, I believe you were part of the last 9-win team. So we'll hear Blake Harrell's thoughts. It's been a while. Right after this break, we'll be wrapping up the show.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Straight out of Kinston, Chili Water by Carolina Ice Company just iced the competition. Officially ranked the #1 American-sourced water on the H2O Score app and #2 in global purity, beating out 99.9% of those overpriced premium glass bottles. Purified or sparkling, both built to dominate your cooler. Find participating locations and order online at chiliwater.com or find us on Amazon. Tap into something better. Zero sugar, zero plastic, zero regrets. Stay chilly.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. A look at the stock market for you today. It's been a great day. The Dow is up 484 points and closed at $49,462. The NASDAQ was up 151 points. 151 points and closed at $23,547. And the S&P was up 42 points and closed at $6,944. That is a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's take it back in for the wrap-up of our show. Here's J-Bone.
Love it. All right, wrapping it up. Always good to wrap it up. Wrapping it up on a Tuesday, beautiful Tuesday. couple Patriots. You had a cup of coffee with the Patriots. Yeah, a couple Patriots sitting here on a January 6th.
That's right.
Beautiful Tuesday. I do want to get to one Blake Harrell cut because, Bryce, you were a part of East Carolina's last 9-win season. So after the game, Blake Harrell was asked about a 9-win season, and what does it say about the program? Cut 4, Wes.
Yeah, I've said this from the get-go. Pirate Nation is a special place. They make football, Greenville a place where football matters. These young men, they walk in, they feel that, and they want to be a huge part of that and want to play their tails off. Whether it's Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium or anywhere else, and we're in Annapolis here. And, to me, to people out there, the guys out there, there's a program you want to come be a part of and feel that atmosphere, feel that energy, and it's an offense you want to be a part of, a defense you want to be a part of, and you're going to make plays, and you're going to be successful. So just super proud of not only our players, not only our coaches. We got some heck of stories there too as well. Just coaches stepping in, Rodney Freeman calling the plays today, did a heck of a job. Roy Tesh on the defense side of the ball, taking over the defense responsibilities and kind of heading that thing up. Matt Maddox kind of, overseeing some things on the offense. But I think both staffs, offensively and defensively, didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to do it," or No, we did it together. And the same thing we do in our locker room. And I think that's what Pirate Nation's about too. It's not one individual in Pirate Nation. It's about everybody. It's about everybody pulling together and making this place special. And there was a lot of noise and a lot of folks out there toward the end of the season that, hey, we had this guy leave or that guy leave, and kind of doubted where we could go with this thing. But I think when you stick together and Pirate Nation sticks together, you can do special things for a special place.
Man, you hear a lot of coaches, they talk about that whole, it's all about us. It's not I, me, whatever. It's all about us. Or they talk about the community. And Blake Harrell hits on all that with 252, and it's all about us. From him, you actually believe it because you see it on the field. There's a lot of coaches that just come in here, spout that stuff, and then it's just complete and utter BS. Mm-hmm. So that's just why I like Blake Harrell. You can see the genuinity. Is that a word? Genuinity? Yeah. You can just see how genuine it is. So I don't know, man. Yeah. What do you think? Obviously, I know you like him.
Yeah, I like him. I've got a good relationship with him. I think what he's doing, obviously, for the team and this program, university is absolutely wonderful. He's an amazing representation, to the Pirate Nation, and can't wait to see what this coming year brings.
Yeah, how has your optimism been affected by the transfers? Because I mean, before the bowl game, it's just looking ahead with all the coaches leaving the American. If we keep this roster intact, we can really go compete for not only a conference championship, but a playoff spot. And I feel like a lot of people had tanked their optimism. But now, after seeing that we can go out there with a true freshman and beat some All-Americans on a great defense, it kind of is all right, don't matter who we have, line them up. Blake Harrell's the coach.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. And, of course, it was nice. You felt good about, who we had, what production we had this season, and we know with some key guys leaving, you're kind of like, all right, what's the unknown going to bring? But you see with this coaching staff that we can recruit good players. So just having faith in the coaching staff, and then what they see in guys. So I'm looking forward to this this year, and I'm gonna feel good about it and put my confidence in them.
Yeah, and I love the coaching. I mean, it sucks to see guys like Rodney Freeman, Matt Maddox, and Dyro Roberts leave, but you kind of assumed, with the new offensive coordinator in, a lot of these guys are probably going to go seek employment elsewhere. I mean, it's not like they got told to leave. They got better jobs. Yeah. Duke, Wake Forest, North Texas. I wouldn't call it a better job with Neil Brown being the coach. But I don't know, man. I'm very optimistic about next season, and I'm excited to see what transfers we bring in.
Yeah, 100%.
We talked about it during the break, and I asked Mully about it. Me and Clip talked about it yesterday. Would you rather bring in a transfer that's going from a big school down to here, or bring in a guy from a FCS?
I would say coming from a FCS to FBS for sure. I have a guy coming up, I guess you say, in a program, just because I feel it's just kind of the mindset I have is just kind of go and earn it, and I think not all the time, but I'm just going to say it. Just maybe that little bit of entitlement maybe comes when you're coming down. And you say I'm going to a lower school. I'm going to expect to play. I'm going to expect to, I expect I'm to get this. But these guys coming up from a smaller school, I would say next time I'm going to go earn it rather than expect it.
Yeah, and real quick, Pirate Radio Outdoors, you had quite a bit of time off for the holiday. Did you get a chance to go outside?
Yes, I was able to go deer hunting. I was able to end the season with a few deer on the ground and slip out in the woods, chase some trail cameras and things like that. So it was good to be out and about.
All right, sounds good. Strauss Marine, the sponsor of Pirate Radio Outdoors. Jamie says, great job today, Jared. Thank you, Jamie. Rough start. Open was a little rough. My bad, Wes, again for blaming you. But it's just going to get better as the week go on. Stuff like this snowballs. Had a great hour 2, great hour 3 with my guy Bryce Williams.
Yes, sir.
Great interview with Jay Glazer and Ellerby. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel, 3 to 6, Pirate Radio, live here on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube and 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of The Voice.